Hey! It's Enrico Pallazzo!
Utah, give me 2.
Pallazzo!
Sorry about that. Welcome. Tonight we are going to be giving you a little impromptu treat. We are going to be doing our live draft.
Office building with noisy AC unit. Time to put your experience to work. On site, your meters don't lie.
Wow, something is going on right now.
Easy to search website quickly helps you find what you need to keep the office and their HVAC running smoothly.
Huh. That's great. See if we can get this going right here. Hi, my name is Sam Wirsching, and I am trying to be able to do 2 things tonight. One, I'm going to be chatting with you for the next 3 hours while we do our Earth draft. We are drafting for the WERF League, the Western Expanse Roto Fanatics, and we are part of the leagues that Dave McDonald and Justin Mason, and I think maybe it's just Dave McDonald, but Justin does a lot of things, so I'm giving him credit for. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. Anyway, we are here tonight to draft our first draft for a Fab League. It's a 15-team 5x5 roto. It's done on NFBC. I'm going to be drafting tonight out of the 13th spot. I'm pretty excited, a little nervous about it. I've got some ideas to kind of go off the rails. There's no ADP yet that we have for drafts that are like this. They're all draft and holds, draft champions, gladiators. You know, there's a series of those leagues that have started to develop some ADP, but we don't really have anything for these. And so this is the first go of a series of leagues that we can start to put together some information. And there's a lot of really great people that participate in this league and then out and about. I think they've got like 15 leagues, maybe 13 leagues. So if with 15 players, I think there's like 165, maybe 180 players total. It says don't draft 2 catchers in the first round. You know, you never know what's going to happen. Catchers are deep, but man, starting off with Cal Raleigh and Ben Rice, I mean, that could be great. You know, you would be absolutely pacing everybody at the catcher position. 5. Hello. I don't know what that's all about. This is going to be, I don't want to say off the rails or anything tonight. We might have a couple guests that are going to be coming by and saying hi, but I'm looking forward to having our fun going over the draft and just to see where people are placing things. And, you know, as you guys have questions and thoughts about it, you know, feel free to throw them up in the comments. I'm going to do my best to be able to come here and do that. But most of the day, I'm going to be spent looking at what I have done for my draft prep. Where am I at with things? What have I looked at? Who are the players that I'm excited about? You know, maybe you're going to learn something tonight. Maybe you're going to learn not what to do. Maybe you're going to be like, oh my God, that is the greatest draft from the 13th position I've ever seen. Like, we don't know how this is going to go tonight. You know, every board is its own. Every room is its own. And a lot of these drafts are done in person around the country. This one is going to be done. This is done in online. We're not going to be able to meet together and see all of these things. So pretty excited about what we're going to be able to show you guys tonight. And, you know, again, you're going to be dealing with my technical difficulties. So please have patience with me. The whole point of this is to have fun and just kind of share, you know, my process, what it is that, you know, I'm looking at, what it is that I'm thinking about. So I'm excited. The draft is going to be starting here in 6 minutes. So, you know, there are some thoughts about what you're going to be doing at the beginning of this draft. At the beginning of round 1, it's a little bit more opportunities for bats. And somebody wants to see the draft board. So this is what we are going I don't need to see that screen again. This is the draft board that we are going to be having tonight. This is it. This is the exciting stuff. We've got these 15 people in. Kyle Bland, buddy of mine at Pitcher List, is at place 2. Matt Adams is at place 3. TJ Meineke is going to be team 6. We've got a bunch of fun players here. This is going to be great. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how this league turns out this year. This is my fourth year of doing this. 4 years ago, I started down in LA, the Southern California area, Roto Fanatics, SCARF as they call it. And that was a fun league. And then this is going to be my third or maybe my fourth. Maybe this is my 5th year in Earth. Fun flies when you're doing time. I'm not always so sure about how that goes, but this is the board that we have that we will be filling up and showing you guys soon. So I'd like to bring onto stage. Let's see if I can do this. My friend Kyle Bland. Kyle, say hello
Sam?
to the people.
How we doing, happy people? Happy Sunday night.
Can I not hear you? You don't look muted, but I can't hear you.
I don't think so. Sam, testing. Are your headphones on?
Oh, this is sad times. You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Because I can't hear you one bit.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. And it's showing, my mic is showing.
You look good. So, you guys can hear him? Well, that's... Everything sounds fine, except I can't hear Kyle, which is terrible for me.
What does that matter?
Yeah, what does that matter? Oh, I think I know what that is. Hold on.
Oh, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fantasy Baseball Live Draft with Kyle Bland. I know I'm not quite as handsome as Sam, but I'll do my best to make up for it. Oh,
okay.
We good?
Let's see if this is what my problem is. Here we go. Talk to me, Kyle.
Hey, Sam. How you doing? Yeah.
These have been defeated. I love that.
Just in the nick of time.
That's right. We're defeating awkwardness with maximum ridiculosity. So, like I was trying to say to the people, and everybody could hear me but me. This is my friend Kyle. He's at Pitcher List. Kyle, why don't you say hi to the people and tell them where they can find you?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. You can find me at Pitcher List. I do a lot of our data stuff in the back end. Right now, I'm going to be using our projections. We have our own in-house projections that incorporate a lot of the other work that I do on the site. So they're a lot of fun. They're very different from other ones, but they are still very accurate, which I kind of like. It's fun to have your flag planting guys, and so I'm happy that we kind of have some projections that do that without like giving up something on the back end accuracy wise. But yeah, so we do. Draft season, it's upon us. We're doing a lot of cool stuff. We just released our live draft assistant. So it's a whole like web app that you can input your settings and do all this crazy cool stuff with. And it'll help you like follow along with your draft, tell you who to pick, when, what your league standings are at the time. Just tons of cool stuff that we're putting out for this draft season.
Yeah, I've had a chance to look at some of that behind the scenes, and I am pretty excited for what you guys have put together. So I'm going to throw the draft board up there. You're up to pick here in less than a minute. It looks like you are the pick 2. You and I are picking on different sides of the board. So at the very beginning, we're going to have a very different strategy on how we're filling things out.
I just didn't want you to snipe me. I was very, very worried about that.
Well, trust me, I think after people see my first couple rounds, they're going to be like, what the hell is that kid doing? I'm excited. I've been really playing around with this. So we'll see. I remember
last year was wild. You had this setup where like you drafted, like your first 3 picks were all Mariners, but they were kind of at ADP, and it worked really well.
Yeah. All right, Shohei off the board at pick 1. I don't think anybody is surprised. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
So
that's
anything to say
easy.
about Aaron Judge that people, everybody knows about him, but tell me more.
He does everything well, and I think people see him as like, oh, he's this big slugger. But he actually has extremely good average skills. And the reason he has that is like he will strike out every once in a while, but he hits the ball so dang hard that it just goes through the defense. That even if he strikes out a little bit, like he's making such hard contact that he's actually a boost to your average leagues. That's how he's finished at like 300 over the last like 3 seasons, which you think this big hulking 50 homers a year slugger guy, you think he's a 3 true outcomes, but no, like he's an average asset in addition to everything else.
I love that
it.
pick of Jose Ramirez right there. And Acuna, they talking about him leading off this year. People are talking about 40-75 season incoming for Ronald Acuna. You do you have that Acuna helium? Who would you have taken there at pick 5? Would you have taken Acuna or Ramirez?
I would take Ramirez. I have him as a slight favorite over Acuna. Acuna's huge MVP season was such an outlier from a contact standpoint. Like if you go and look, his strikeout rate that year was half of what any other season in the rest of his career before or since has been. And so like I think it was just this magical unicorn season. As far as like the hitting stats are concerned, I'd love to see the wheels come back. Like that would be really fun. I'm all for guys just tearing it up on the base paths, and he's a guy that has shown the ability to do that. But
absolutely,
I'm not going to take it for granted.
Here they start coming rapid fire. Skubal, Tucker, and then Crochet. I was really curious how that was going to go here, whether or not it was going to be Skubal or Crochet that went first. There's people love Skubal, but Crochet seems to have, I don't know. It seems like he's there's a lot of people that like the quantity of strikeouts and the amount of innings that you're going to get from him this year a little bit more than Skubal. Were you Skubal number 1 like everybody else in the world?
Yeah, I'm Skubal number 1. I'm Skubal for our league as a top 5 pick even. I think that kind of triumvirate at the top of Skubal, Crochet, and Skeens, you can kind of pick favorites, but if I'm ranking them, it's in that order. Skubal's in the better park, Crochet's in a hitter park. I love Rally there. Just before you get going, I have him as the 7th best hitter for this league, and so I love that. Like at 13, that's crazy.
Yeah, it blew me away the more I looked at things, and I was like, man, I need to look at other people's projections. I need to look at other people's thoughts about Cal Raleigh for the season, because I have such a bias. I was bringing Cal Raleigh stickers to First Pitch 4 years ago, and it was really hard to not want to take him in the first round. I mean, that's my guy. I gotta, you talk about flag plants at the beginning of this, man. Let Cal Raleigh, it's my guy.
Yeah, and this is, it's shades of last year, like I was talking about, of drafting Mariners, but like at good value. Like so far we're 1 for 1 on that.
Yeah, yep. I don't think there's Mariner at the next pick though.
Nah, that's okay. There's plenty left. Now that Julio and Cal are probably the 2 that should go in these first 2 rounds for sure. But yeah, to put a bow on that pitcher talk of like Skubal, I think is the best park with those killer stats. Detroit's going to be a good, playoff competitive team this year. Crochet's obviously incredibly good, probably the better strikeout upside of the 3. But Boston's a pretty tough pitcher's park, especially for like whip. Like it really inflates batted balls. And then Skeens is, incredible, and it feels like he adds a 70 grade pitch every offseason, which is insane. But the Pirates are just it's shades of like prime DeGrom, of where he's putting up like a 2 ERA, but like is scratching his way to double-digit wins, and you're just Felix
Hernandez.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, perfect example. Like even his Cy Young season, that it is just like just 0 wins for a great pitcher just because the team just doesn't back him up, and it could be weird of just fluky, doesn't quite fit maybe they're just bad on the days he pitches for whatever reason. But for the Pirates, it seems like they're going to be bad most days. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna just take the
Throw 'em right under the
lack
bus,
of
just like
wins.
we're good. No, I think so in full disclosure, we'll talk about it later, but I chickened out there at round 2. I had a different pick all queued up, and I went for Tatis because I felt like I couldn't pass that value there in the outfield. I felt like I wanted to get one of the elite outfielders that are out there, and they're starting to run dry. There's already been 8 picked out of our first 21 draft picks. So
No, I really like that. Yeah. Tatis, another top 10 value I have. So I think from the 13 pick, you've already got my number 7 and number 10 guys in your first 2 picks. So it's pretty tidy business there.
Yeah, I'll take. Well, I mean, yeah, I was. So that's part of it. I wasn't expecting Tatis to be there. I was expecting it to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. or Nick Kurtz. And as much as I really like those players, I would have passed on both of them this year.
Oh, Lindor.
So
That's the first one I haven't seen coming because he's got injury issues.
He's got a hamate problem.
Who doesn't, man? It feels like every freaking hitter is coming out with that. Like every other day, someone's hamate.
Absolutely. I do love that start of Scooble Turner. I think Trey Turner is just going to have such a high floor this year for production. And, we're not going to be thinking about him in that elite sense, but shortstop is another position that dries up pretty quickly. About the hamates, like I'm waiting for there to be, there's this thing about pitchers with, have you had your TJ yet? Almost like, have you had your Botox or have you had your yet? Like I'm waiting for hitters in high school to be like, I just had my hamate bone, proactively removed.
The R.A. Dickey, he doesn't have UCLs, so he can't tear them. Like, yeah, just get rid of it. Get rid of the hamate altogether. You don't need them.
Absolutely. Well, there's lots of speed. Very exciting. The team that Meineke's putting together, Acuna and Chisholm Jr. I mean, they're both juniors, and they both put on a show. They are a lot of fun to watch. I think Team 5 is Corbin Young.
Yeah, I that makes sense. That sounds about right. Trying to track. Let's.
Oh, look at that! Thank you, Chris Miami. You might have been really disappointed in what I had put out there had I chosen my player. So the way this board is coming around, though, like I don't know. That's the whole thing about these draft boards is that they're all individual. They all play like I looked at so there was Glarf, there was Barf, and there was Worf.
Barf's so good. It just the acronym it's perfect.
Barf is good. Worf, the Waffle House area, Roto Fanatics, like that one's pretty lit. Glarf is just all, those guys get an Airbnb. They come out from everywhere. Like that's an in-person intense thing. I have such a hard time. Like Shohei's different because you can play in pitcher. I have a really hard time drafting utility onlys this early. I really just have a tough time with that. Do you have a strong feeling one way or another?
Not really. Like, just consider them first baseman for like all intents and purposes. Like, yeah, you can't fit, and it's a little trickier in a league like this that's deep and has corner infielders. Ah, dang.
Was that your guy? Was that your guy?
Sanchez, I just love him so much. Like he was a guy that I was really all over last year, and then it popped in like the best way. Let's see, we'll go this. I've been finding this year. I just love the old guy pitchers. Like, yeah, give it to and Atlanta. Atlanta needs all the innings they can get, so they're probably gonna ride him till the wheels fall off.
I like Chris Sale. There's a lot of players that when they age, they lose a little bit, but we have had a nice little run of pitchers like him and Scherzer and Verlander and even Bassett. And well, Bassett's not elite, but Gossman, like they get older and they still, they're able to be highly successful, not just league average, but Chris Sale makes me nervous. So I love that.
Yeah, he was so good last year. All of it validated kind of by our metrics, by everything. Everything will just say he's good, he's good, he's good. And like I'm happy to just go along. Like I'm not gonna be, you know, scared off by the age. Like, oh, old, age comes for us all, but like especially with a guy like Sale, where I haven't even seen slippage, outside of playing time, but like the per inning stuff is so good. Like I'm willing to take a risk at that. I even think like at a reduced innings total, he's still just such a value.
Yeah, no, I mean, you look under the hood and he looks good. Like the machine works.
Yeah.
Edwin Diaz coming off the board. He's our first closer at the end of round 2. I've heard a lot of talk about closers being expensive, and it wouldn't surprise me if there was, a huge run this round, but you never know. Oh, Hunter Brown.
Good pick.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do it.
Yep. All right, Mr. Pitt. Oh,
Yeah. I think PCA is such a fun hitter for me because he's so good at all of the categories, especially speed. Like this is it pairs well with a nice Aaron Judge. That like my average is locked in. I can take a risk on a guy like PCA who's going to have a suspect batting average, but anytime he's on base, he's just gonna light the base paths on fire. And then, he's also has sneaky pop. So like he hits his share of homers. I mean, he was 31 and 35 last year, even with like a pretty bad second half. Like I love it. Give it to me. And it's fun. Like I think everyone's always like, optimize my draft. How do I get the perfect draft? I'm like, dude, get fun players. Like if you're torn between two guys or you like kind of have a tier, it's like, who do you want to watch? Like what guy is like, are you going to want to tune in for? And like, that's PCA, even on defense, especially on defense, even that I'll watch a Cubs game when the other team's batting, just so that I could watch him just get those fly balls that maybe only Julio could get.
Right. No, he was going to play every day. The first half of the season he had last year is going to guarantee that he gets another full run of play. Those last 2 months really just scared the holy bejesus out of me. Like I get nervous with him. I want to see him do it for a couple years, but you're right. I think that some of those concerns with batting average are really alleviated.
Too bad. There goes your guy. I knew he wasn't getting past you for sure. Munoz.
I wasn't. Well, I'll wait till I'm able to pick.
Yeah.
So
snipe yourself.
Yeah. The player that I was going to take at 18 has finally been chosen. So
got it. Yeah, it must be tough that you're like already into like you're probably like into your 5th or 6th choice because you've already gotten your first like 2 or 3. Like if it feels like you've gotten exactly who you've wanted to get every time.
I have.
That's nice.
Well, Fernando Tatis wasn't who I wanted. He just fell to me, right? Like I felt like
you didn't even think you could get him.
I had to play the board. Well, I had put together something that was a little bit different. So
I love Jordan. He's a tough one because it's the UT and the injury risk, but like he's such a good bat. Like if he gets a full season, like that's one of those picks that like has like league winning upside.
Yeah, no, Jordan. That's a great build, Tucker. Lindor, other than his Hammett bone. So,
that old thing. I will say Scott Chu for us has been mentioning just because he's our hitter guru and he's been getting a lot of questions about what do these handmates do, and there's been a lot of research recently that's basically handmates. The idea was that they sap your power when you come back, but actually that hasn't been proven out to be true. So it is just more of, okay, he's going to be out for this amount of time.
Damn it.
They right before you too. Oh, But the handmates are just a time missed, that it's not like there's not going to be as many lingering issues. It's just kind of, he's going to be out for 6 weeks or however long it is, but he should be Lindor when he gets back.
I was
ready.
drafting Mason Miller. That's who I was going for. I was drafting Mason Miller.
Mason Miller, oh, there it is.
Round.
There it is.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, Sperry, you are one of our favorite people in the world. We can't wait to see you again.
Sperry's definitely a first round pick. I don't know these, going at the top, but he's definitely, off the board by the turn.
Right. Oh, that ruined my whole board. I'm just gonna go to bed now. I'm done.
Just
hate life.
Draft. I'm out.
I'm done. It's ruined my whole thing. I don't know why I play this.
I could host it. Guest host Kyle Blam for the night.
That's right. I was going to. Oh man, that's totally gonna screw with how I do my.
Roman Anthony is one of those guys that, like, internally I see the vision, but like I have such a hard time. Like, I think he'll be a good player, but I think it's going to be more good than like what he's getting drafted as. Like, I think people have these like, oh, well, he was a top prospect. He blew up the minors. He's in the majors now. He's got his first season under his belt. It's all gonna click. And I'm just like, I think he'll be good. I think maybe even he'll be very good, but I just don't quite see this, a round 4 pick for him. That's a little rich for my blood right now.
Yeah, I just want to cry. Okay. Pulling my shit back together. I'm going to take the player that I wanted to take.
Oh, nice.
I did not think that I would be this pitching heavy. I did not think that was how this was all going to start out. And now I'm wondering if I've spent the last 3 days obsessing about ADP and where people are going and how do you fit in those positions later on where you're making up for those positions you punted on. And I've got Gilbert and Reagans. I feel like that's a good one too. I feel comfortable with that.
I mean, that's just drafting. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth a little bit. Is you could do all the research and then the board just shakes out one way and you're like, oh, got a zig, got a zag, got a pivot, got sniped this round, got sniped again this round. Like, oh, second, third options. But that's the fun of it. Got to be light on your feet.
Shout out to Mike Tyson. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Absolutely.
And that's the hard thing too about like your first 5 rounds. Like everybody's first 5 rounds generally look really good. Like if you just look at those first 5 players, you're like, oh, those are like, that's great. But you really have to see how do those 5 players fit into the next 25 that you take. Like this is everybody's top 5 is going to look nice. I'm real interested to see how 11 through 20 really shape out. I mean, late round picks, you can't really count on those. Those are lottery tickets, players that you're drafting that you're going to drop right away in early fab runs.
Right.
Yeah,
the draft shakeout, it's always like, I mean, there's the age-old wisdom of like you can't win your draft in the first, but you could lose it. But I also just tend to think of like a draft is like a par 5 in golf. Of like, drives are super impressive, but it's just how you finish. Like if you can chip onto the green, if you can nail your putt, like that's what wins you that hole. And it's the same thing here of like you can have just such a sexy top 5 rounds, but like a lot of other people will too. They're very like small margins. And it's like, it's those middle rounds and definitely like those late rounds. If you can get one player that provides positive value in like those last like 3 rounds, that's a huge win. That's better than nailing your first round pick even.
Right. Right. No, it's I'm always so blown away at, this is a 3-hour endeavor. Like, we're all hanging out tonight. We may not be in the same room. We may not even be on stage the whole time, but we're all doing this activity for 3 hours. And you really, like, for all the work that goes into prepping for our drafts, like, this is really, you have to pay attention for 3 hours. Like, it's weird to me how much you start to, and you won't remember them necessarily the next day, but you start to remember which teams have drafted which players, where the holes are, who needs to be picking up what is gonna be in a small resource coming up. Like, what are the things that we're really gonna have to, you have to pay attention to this board, like, as it develops. I'm really interested in team 8, team 5, team 3, team 1. No outfielders yet. I thought that
in a 5 outfielder, that's so tough to fill. Like, that's such a deep position. That's one of the outfielders have the highest kind of replacement value. So, like, you get the most credit for being an outfielder in the projections that I'm using, because it's just 15 teams, 5 outfielders each. Like, 75 outfielders are going to be starting, let alone, like, if anyone has them on the bench. Like, that's so deep. And, like, you start to really get into the dregs of, like, there's only 90 outfield spots in baseball. If 75 of them are on your fantasy teams, that's not a lot of margin to get it right.
No, and especially with how many teams are platooning at least one of those outfield positions. You have 30 teams, 3 outfields, that's 90. But if each team platoons one, that's 120. That only leaves 60 outfielders with full-time jobs. And in a league where we're starting 75, if not somebody in the utility position, like, there's only 3 utilities that have been picked so far, like, it dries up quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
It dries up quickly. And I also noticed we've got 10, 22, 23 now, 23 pitchers total, relief and starters, that have been taken. I'm really, really surprised at how pitching has been really pushed up in this draft.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very, like, again, I think 15 teams makes, like, the shape of positions and, like, value from them. Like, the depth is just so intense, and especially for something that's, like, combined pitchers. So it's starters, relievers, like, it's all a hodgepodge tied in there together, that you really can kind of focus on who are the best ones, and, like, the best of the best get pushed up even higher. Like, there's not, like, a closer scarcity or elite starter scarcity. It's just, like, are you better than your, like, you have to be better than a starter to be a really good reliever, or you can't just be some volume guy as a starter, because, like, I'll just get ratios from, like, a solid reliever on the back end. All right, let's see who's here. You know what? Don't want that. So many options. Let's see. You know what? I like it. Give me the power guy. Matt Wilson bounce back.
I like team 4 and team 9. They have the same exact build, just they swap shortstops and utilities. Hunter Goodman, Freddie Freeman.
You know what?
I love that. Great upside for Hunter Goodman, and such a high floor for Freddie Freeman.
Give me this.
Give me some Salby, baby.
I love Sal this year. Like, I have him as the number 2 catcher in this league, and it is just, like, in a 2-catcher league, being locked into playing time is a godsend.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be a plus batting. He's always a plus batting average. He's got pop, And then that's even before you start to consider that Kaufman is bringing in the fences a little bit, so the ball should fly a little easier. There should be more. It should be a little more homer happy. Like all signs, minus his age, are pointing up for Sal Perez, and I really like that. And even, maybe I don't think people will remember this as we get there, but like Carter Jensen is another pick I love, and he's another catcher for the Royals, and so he's a really good catcher in his own right. So that should actually help free Sal to like do first base, do DH, and like not get beat up as much. So he should get more playing time because he doesn't have to do as much.
Preach the word. And he is also, he's a gamer. Like
oh yeah,
there are some of these players that are constantly being knocked down with soft tissue issues and can't seem to stay on the field. And, I think that it's easier to see these dudes when they're at catcher because the catchers just take a beating. It was my biggest argument about the MVP race last year between Raleigh and Judge. And I'm a Mariners fan that admits that like Aaron Judge was a phenomenal talent last year, but Cal Raleigh was in on every pitch. He fought more games than anybody else. He had 700 at bats at the catcher position. Like you get players like him and Salvador Perez that accumulate at bats year after year after year. And there's a real skill to that. It's really, there's something to it. So
yeah, the best availability is availability. Or best ability is availability. There it is. Only butchered it a little bit.
You did great. You did great.
But I always get all of these questions about playing time. Oh, this guy's projected for this playing time. This guy's projected for this playing time. And like those, like once you get past the top hitters where it's like they're there every day, they never get hurt. Like it is kind of such a crapshoot. Like the margin for error gets so wide on these. And I'm just like, yeah, if you think he's healthy, if you think he plays a full season, he could go up a round of value. Like that's how much playing time affects these guys. And so the ones, like we're talking about of Cal, Salvi, that if you can get full-time plate appearances from your catcher spot, that's a cheat code, in my opinion.
I have that dreadful silence going on in my head because I'm trying to keep my mind blank. I don't want to think about any names that may or may not get drafted. I don't want to influence the universe to have somebody push the button because I problematically thought of the player. I don't know
Manifested it.
I don't know if you guys do this at all. I don't know if you have any kind of superstitious things, but man, I hate as we crawl down this draft board and I'm like, are you going to stay away from a guy? Are you going to stay away from my guy?
So do you not run a queue?
I do run a queue sometime. Son of a bitch. That was my pick.
Yeah.
That was my pick. Nice pick, Chesser. You're way early on him. I don't want to tell you you're a terrible human being, but good Lord.
That's a tough one. I didn't think there was a big chance he would get to me, but there was a chance. And like, yeah, he wouldn't have gotten past me. But yeah, Michael Garcia, big fan. I know we've had some articles on our site written about him and how he's just such a quality player. And his defense is so good that he's going to get playing time. And then he's also justifying that from like a fantasy perspective by being an asset in average and stolen base and doing just enough power. A lot of the Royals players are going to kind of be like that, like good average, power is going to boost because the park is going up. Like that lineup is interesting. Like I'll tune in and watch that lineup because I think they have a lot of fun parts.
Well, that is just people ruining my day right there. Garcia and Helsley. I think I'm just going to start crying. Okay, now I got to go to my backup secret queue that's hidden.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask, do you not do a queue? Like, is that like part of the superstition? Like, you don't want to queue a guy up because like then that puts it out into the universe, that makes it real.
I was trying really hard to not think about it.
Yeah.
Trying really, really hard to not think about it.
Banish the thought.
Yeah, and I'm starting to realize that like the whole like I'd been, man, I don't even want to tell you how much I've been thinking about where I was going to draft people, and I think this is why I generally, when I go into a draft, I try not to have any kind of thoughts or feelings about anything. I just want to be blank.
That's the nice thing about doing projections, is that like I can kind of like, I trust my process enough projecting wise, and I trust our tools enough. Oh, I liked Riley Green there. That's a good pick. That I can kind of just not look. Like I'll keep track of like what ADPs are, but after that, I'm just like, yeah, well, what here's what my board looks like. We'll see like where the board falls, and like I can try and navigate position eligibility, category balance, like that kind of thing. But for the most part, it's nice to just be like, here, I've put how I think out into this like spreadsheet, into, you know, our draft app, that like now I can just follow that, because that's in so many ways it's me anyway. I always tell my league mates, I'm like, if you subscribe, you know what I'm doing. Like that's, I like Buxton there too. Dang. But yeah, like if you just want access to like what I'm going to do, who I'm looking to pick up, I'm like, just subscribe to Pitcher List. Cause like I don't have like, if I think of an idea, I want to put it out to like our subscribers. Like I think it's all great. I'm just like, oh, this will help you. You should check this out. And so I don't have like very many, if any, like internal secrets, because I'm incentivized to like share cool things or good ideas. So
Right.
Definitely, you know, if any of my friends, colleagues, confidants are here watching, just know that if you subscribe to Pitcher List, how I think about drafting is available to you. Whether you use it or not is up to you.
Well, I don't have any secrets because I don't have any brains. So there is definitely that. I'm really just this board is just killing me. Give me a second here. I'm gonna, man, I feel like I just got my ass kicked. So, and team 4 and team 9 are still copying each other. They literally are position for position mirrors of the other team. I thought about Agustin Ramirez there. I thought about taking my 2 catchers in the first 10, but then I thought that would be ridiculous.
He's solid. I like him. I think I don't know that he'll be a catcher much longer than this year, because he was
right,
just a butcher behind the plate, but like he is C eligible this year, and that is a good player available.
What is your hitting think of Mookie Betts this year?
I'm a little down on him. I don't quite buy in. I think you actually, when was he? He was like 6 picks ago. Yeah, I have him as 72 for our league overall. So like you got him at a discount. Oh, Drake Baldwin's another. I was hoping I've seen him fall, and I was like, if I can snatch him up as my C2, Drake Baldwin's so sick. But yeah, Mookie Betts, I think as the off season's gone on, his ADP has just fallen and fallen and fallen, and now I think we've kind of hit that inflection point of, okay, I think it's gone too far. Like that pendulum has swung. I don't quite buy the, oh well, he was sick at the start of the off season and that ruined his whole season. Like I can give some space to like, yeah, the start of his season sucked because, you know, he's already like 150 pounds soaking wet, and then to lose like, you know, whatever he did, like 15-20 pounds in days before the season started is brutal. But like I would think that's manageable for a professional team. You know, they have chefs, they have nutritionists, they have strength and conditioning coaches. That like, I don't think that necessarily has to derail your whole season. And like, he's getting a little older. I think he should just keep kind of falling down that Dodgers lineup. Like it's a all-star lineup, but like that's kind of the thing, is like someone who would be batting cleanup on one team is going to be batting 7th on the Dodgers, and like that's going to affect plate appearances, which is going to affect runs, RBI, like all of those opportunities are going to drop the lower he goes down the lineup. And I think he should be, of the options they have available, he should be one of the ones that goes down the lineup.
Yeah, I also am hopeful that this is when he gets his old man season start going, where, you know, he had that problem last year with Wade and just didn't really, you know, didn't have a season that we would have expected from Mookie Betts. And so he doesn't fall down the lineup. I'm pretty excited about him. And it's, you know, he's in the 6th round. Like Mookie Betts used to be a 1st round pick a couple years ago.
And that's the thing, is like I get the idea of like I have seen I've seen the vision. I get it. I know what Mookie Betts can do. He's a 5 category guy and kind of an easy one if everything's clicking. But I think that there have been enough, you know, starts and stops to all of those kind of happening all at once that, you know, I don't think he should be a top 50 pick. But I think where you got him, like once you get past like 70 or so, that yeah, it's completely justifiable and maybe even like a value on the slot. All right, let's see. Here's just another old guy that I like a lot. George Springer. That lineup, he's going to be another 5 category guy. Good average, hit for some pop. He's got a great eye at the plate. So even, you know, if he's not adding hits, he's still going to get on base. He steals. He's a plus on the base paths. I don't know that he's exactly a threat on the base paths, but he's not costing you anything. A good like stable run of the mill, like for me that's my 3rd outfielder, so I'm feeling really good about what my outfield is shaping up like. And so now, you know, unless something starts to fall in a way I really like, I can look other places for a while and be confident with it. But I it's the old man discount, I think, especially for like redraft leagues, is like I get chasing the young high upside, you know, player that like, oh, well, he's got, you know, he's got this in the tank, like he can do this, he can do that. But like, man, sometimes it's also good to just draft guys who've done it before and like show you how good they are.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of that. I love seeing somebody, you did it once. Can you do it again? Can you do it again better or the same? You know,
Yeah.
not I did it again, but it wasn't as good. Know who you're going to take? Do you have 2 people in your queue? Is this an easy choice?
I have 2 people in my queue. I don't know, like neither of them. This is like where I start to play the mind games that can sometimes backfire, of like looking at ADPs and like, okay, like here's who I would take here, but their ADP is like in 2 or 3 rounds. Like this can be a bit of a reach. Um, but you know what? I'll this is enough of a discount that I'm happy with it. Take Josh Hader. I know he had an arm issue that has delayed his offseason, but he is into it. And there is possibility he doesn't get any playing time adversity from it. I mean, but even if he's like a week or 2 late, I think he still has kind of that RP1 upside. And yeah, this is it's the age old adage of, if you don't know who to pick, pick a closer. Like just whoever's the next closer on your board. Like that's, you know, that's always kind of a good one. Of if you're hemming and hawing and you got a couple rounds until maybe there's a guy you like, just pick a closer and you'll do pretty well.
Yeah, closers are starting to starting to disappear. Now, is that you in the background? Do I hear kids in your house?
Oh yeah, it's the two kids. We've got a 3-year-old girl and an 18-month-old boy, and the boy, so William, he should be down hopefully pretty soon. It's getting a little late for his bedtime. Evie will probably be up for like another hour. I let everybody know that I would be on, but I made sure I'm like, it's good vibes here. You don't need to be quiet. You don't need to hide the kids. You don't need to shush them. Like, we'll let a little background noise go. Evie's excited for baseball. Her name is Evangeline, but her nickname is Evie. And I just want everybody to know that is not, oh, the data guy picked exit velocity as a nickname for his daughter. Jesus, like, no, this was pushed by my wife. Like, she came to me with that nickname, and I happily agreed to it. Okay.
You are catching strays everywhere. That is terrible.
Dude.
Although I do like that. I do. I mean, I hate to be the one that says it. Well, I get it.
I get it. Yeah. If the shoe fits, you know.
Did you just say if the shoe fits?
Yeah, that's Scott Chu's handle. Give him a follow if you want some hitter analysis.
That's right.
I'm not above plugging anyone and everyone whenever I can.
That's right.
That's, we talk about this all the time, like at first pitch, or when I've been up in the Everett area. But like, that's the thing I love about the fantasy baseball community, is everyone is just super validating. Like, it does feel like everyone's just happy to be here and happy to see other people here having a good time doing cool stuff. So that's like, it's so much fun to be a part of. And I know like everyone shares kind of that same positive community vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it is it's tough because we are in, a very, what I would consider to be pseudo intellectual. We are thinking about things. And so it's really easy to reduce these down to, my team's better, your approach sucks. Like, there's all these different things that we can get about it. But the thing that I love is that baseball is for everybody. Everybody's got a different way of appreciating it. Some people are really into stats. Some people really just want to go and feel sunshine and smell leather. Some people, sorry.
Yeah.
I realized that was, oh my God. I literally just all of these people that are literally, my queue is disappearing.
Man, I was like, maybe I guess I'll take a closer, and then Jesus, good thing I did.
You are a terrible human being.
I started it. This is all my fault. Wow, let's see, 1, 2.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait.
6 closers went so far.
Thank you, Lord, for not taking a third closer. Not even a player I want. That's not even a player I want. Like, Pagan is not on my list of like, oh, that sounds like fun.
You're mad, but you could have been madder.
Oh man, yes. I absolutely could have been madder. And I'm trying to figure out, like, did everybody go that last round that I had in my little dumb queue?
You put it into the world. That's the problem.
I'm telling you what. That is, I wish that wasn't the case. All right.
Like Nico there, man. I feel you. This queue is taking a beating.
Yeah. Yes. 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 It's been terrible.
God, there's so many picks before me too. Jeez, why do I even bother? just just let the picks just wash over me and then take whatever's left. That's the move.
Yeah. Yeah. That's totally. That is a move.
Oh, damn it, Sam. I love Burns.
Oh shit! Was I on the clock? I thought somebody. Oh, sorry, Pete.
I send it
That was,
back. I'll take it.
that
He
was
was.
not my pick right there.
Oh man. Now I'm even more upset because I love Chase Burns.
I love. Oh, he was in my queue. I love Chase Burns also. I just didn't think that I would have 4 pitchers out of eight picks by now. So I'm feeling a little light with my bat. And when I put together my first list, I was like, I'm going to be light with my pitching. I need to target some really specific players.
Damn, Seager went.
Yeah, people are really in love with Corey Seager. They either are really excited about his quality of contact or really want to ignore the fact that he can't stay on the field all the time.
I tend to think like he's a guy where even with an injury projection, like, he nowhere is going to say that he's going to be doing 150 games. But like even factoring in that he's missing time, he's still like such a value add, like that you can get a waiver wire shortstop and like get such a tier better results. It's tougher in a league like this because there's no IL, but in leagues with ILs, like it's such a no-brainer, like to get guys who have some injury risk, but it's smaller because you can just pick them, put them on the IL when they get there, get a replacement, and then in the aggregate, you're getting a much better player or a much more valuable player than you might have had you left him there.
Right. Full-time plate appearances go Burr. I'm so focused on other things. I just realized we have a group chat going in for the draft, and I've not once participated in what we were saying there.
I don't, and I feel bad because like we have the Discord too, and I want to be there, but I'm like I can only have so many things up. Like I only have so much attention span and even just screen real estate to give that like I can't do all things. So I'm trying to throw in some of our draft chats when I can.
Trevor Story coming off the board. Yeah, that there's so many different ways to interact. Like, which screen are you going to look at? What are you? Ooh, you're coming up.
I know. I think I have a queue that I like right now. See, I'm starting to be like the flip side of you is like I should probably start drafting some pitchers right about now. I've got Chris Sale and Josh Hader, two elite per inning guys, but 2 innings question marks, and that's not a great baseline to build off of.
I just want my players back. You people stole my players.
Oh, Teoscar's a good pick there.
Yeah.
So one of the ways I tell people, and this is nothing against him. I like the player. I'm not a fan for fantasy, but Michael Harris the second is I tell my friends, like, if you see me draft Michael Harris Jr., call the cops. Like the plate appearance, the plate approach is so bad. Like his swing decisions are so horrendous every year, and he's like, they just hold him back so much. And like usually for something like that, I'm like, oh, like I can fix him. I could believe a team will fix him, but it's just been every year of his career and they just don't get better. And I'm just like, he's going to be like every year he's going to give you ah, damn, I wanted Sheehan. Whatever.
It's a good pick. I like that.
Yeah. Do I roll the let me see actually. This is one of the times where like, okay, who's got let's see. Yeah, let's do he's okay. Yeah, we'll roll this. Get my C2, Yainer Diaz.
Disgusting.
I like it.
Yeah, all you pitching nerds, not to call you nerds, but all of you
it's
people,
understandable.
you are so hitter heavy. I'm just waiting for this long streak of yellow. That's not, but I'm just waiting for this long streak of yellow to appear on your roster.
It's just gonna be my column. It's just gonna be like 6 straight. If I got sniped on Sheehan, if Emmett Sheehan was available, I would have picked him over Yainer. But I figured I have another pitcher pick that I like, and I think he'll probably come back to me. Like I think this is also the kind of the fun of it. There are different flavors of. Well, do I want to try and get more innings? Do I want to try and get more upside? Okay, Marcy's a good. I think Marcy is a great stolen base option at this point in the draft. I think he's what people want Chandler Simpson to be. Like he won't hurt you in a lot of categories, and he'll pump in stolen bases versus Chandler Simpson. You're taking a lot of L's in all of the other hitting categories.
Yes.
So I'm a big fan of Marcy. I think he's super undervalued, especially like we were talking about in 5 outfielder leagues. Like that's such a big win to get.
Be able to differentiate those two in my head for some reason. I literally was just kind of blend them into one player. But I'm with you.
All right, let's get wanted volume, got volume. Kevin Gausman. It's gonna be, always a good player. Well, he's a guy that Nick and I have a lot of back and forths on because he always models really well. Both in person and in my data in my spreadsheets. But there always seems to be something missing of like, oh, he always runs a high BAB or he always runs a BABIP or it's left on base or this or that. And it feels like last season everything kind of clicked. And it's kind of funny that he's just no longer the like crazy strikeout guy. Like he's not 30% strikeout Kevin Gausman, but like he might be better for it. Like I think his pitchability has gone way up. And now that the Blue Jays are, as we saw, an elite team, win chances will be there. He goes so deep in games. He's just another great kind of old guy pitcher pick that I really like.
Yeah, Uncle Ted says that Marcy is this year's PCA 30-30 breakout, and never know.
Honestly, he'll have a better average than PCA. Like that's for sure. Like he takes his walks, he hits better pitches. The 30 stolen base is not in question. If he can get 30 homer pop, yeah, that's such a good player. That's the part I'm most skeptical on. I think everything else is very solid for Marcy, but yeah, fun player. I'm probably going to end up with him on more teams than off for sure.
Chandler Simpson's coming up. You could always get Marcy Light 30 picks later.
Way back when 3-4 years ago, so far. But like I was all in on Echeverry Ruiz. I was like, he gets on base, he's got a great walk rate, and then he runs when he gets there, and then he just cratered so hard that I can't do the like all stolen base guys. Like you need to not be just minuses everywhere else. You need to do something functionally well.
Do you? I
The
mean,
thing people I don't think realize is like you just assume, oh, Chandler Simpson's a center fielder and he's super fast. Oh, okay, so he's PCA. Like so he'll be great. He'll be elite out there, and he's not. I mean, he's fine, and like obviously he has the tools that he could be really good, but like he's not the kind of guy where it's like, oh, okay, well if the bat isn't there, they'll still play him because of his defense. Like they won't, and it's the Rays too. Like they're a team that trades on the margins. Like they're trying to get every little bit they can. Like they'll platoon a guy if he slept on his back wrong the night before.
they platoon everybody. The Rays have a really sharp organization, and I feel about like when I'm playing dynasty baseball, I don't want prospects from the Angels or the Rockies, and don't at me. I don't care if you're an Angel or a Rocky fan. Miss me with any kind of thought about that. I also have a really hard time with prospects from the Tampa Bay Rays because you get Junior Caminero, right? Like he comes up and he plays and he's playing full time, but most of their players, like you said, they will find a reason to not play them. They will find a reason to split their time.
And they traded for Caminero too. So like maybe that's the cheat. That's how you get it. Is like, okay, they're homegrown guys, they might be hit and miss, they might do this, but like if they're targeting a guy, they probably see something, and that might be someone who you give a second look at and be like, oh, well, if the Rays are trying to get this guy, maybe I should give him a second look.
I'm on the clock. He didn't snipe me, and I know that I'm making the pick. So instead of Chase Burns, I'm taking Stowers.
Good pick. I like it. Stowers is one of the guys from this last year. Big bat speed guy. Like he's got a really quick bat, and so that's very easy to wish like power homers on. I love it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I was a big fan. Oh, man. Oh, man. You got to take that guy off your queue. There is no draft in that pool.
Rasmussen's another one of those funny guys of like, he's so good, but it's the Rays are gonna Ray, and like, I don't think he pitched 6 innings last season, like 6 innings flat even. Like I think the deepest he got was like into the 6th. They were just so adamant. Oh no, he got a good amount of 6-inning games, but like that's it. Like, and he has to be so efficient because they're giving him like 85 pitches to get as many outs as you can. And that's such a hard thing to do. And so like when you're on a shorter leash like that, that's your win chance starts to go down, like all that stuff. Like he's an easy fade in a quality start league just because the chances are going to be so few and far between. But even in a win league, you kind of have to discount that win total a little bit relative to how great his ratios are.
Well, The sun is setting on my time. Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul.
Oh yeah.
So talk to me. Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me.
I-
Where are
I
the bogeys at? Where are the bogeys at? I can't see it. I'm spinning, buddy. I'm
No, Noelvi saw it. I think third base is actually, I know second base gets a lot of like fear mongering about like, oh, it's it's so shallow, blah blah blah. I think third base is actually really where the fear should be, and I say that with no third baseman yet. But I Marte is great. I think he was a top prospect. He got popped for steroids, but came back, hit pretty well. It looks like their lineup will shake out that he'll get playing time. The Reds always seem to like somehow have too many hitters and then not enough hitters at the same time. I don't quite know how it works. Ah, dang, I'd like Dansby there. That I think if you can get a third base eligible player in Cincinnati who is going to get Zach Wheeler went, damn. I love Jesus. Those last three picks just bang bang bang. We're gone. Oh, but no, I like Nove. I think that's a
Tyler
fun like,
Taylor
third
Ward.
baseman.
That was who I was debating with.
Dude. I love. Yeah, Dansby, Wheeler, and Ward were all like that was my cue. That's brutal.
Yeah. So you like Ward more than Marte. If I had taken Ward, that would have been more upsetting.
Yeah, that would have been more upsetting to me. I think Ward is just like I think Marte is more of a scarcity play. I think Ward is just the better bat. And I like the things Ward does. I tend like he's a good plate discipline guy, and like that's a little bit of a bias of mine. But I'm like, if you swing at good pitches, that's going to make your average go up because those are pitches that are likely to be hits. And so like I tend to pump those guys up maybe even a little bit higher than they should be, but I just really like them, man. And it's wild to me that like Adele went, Ward went, and it might be rounds before like that Mike Trout is the third outfielder on the Angels by multiple rounds. Like it feels like hypocrisy to say, but like I get it. That's how I have it too. But like, geez,
Mike
if
Trout's
you would
not.
have told me that Mike Trout wasn't like going to be the Angels' number one fantasy outfielder forever, like if he was playing at 50, he would still be like, I wouldn't have believed you like that. The injuries have just sapped him so much. I think he's a fun home run play, a power play, especially if you're in an OBP league. But I think in kind of like a standard 5x5 league, he's become this three true outcomes guy. Like he's just swinging for the fences every time.
Well, I don't know what it would be like to be Mike Trout. I don't know what it would be like to be the best player in baseball for damn near a decade. Like literally every year you were the 1/1. We haven't had
Oh yeah,
a player that consistently dominant since he stepped down. Ever since what was it? 18 was his first injured year or something like that. Like once he got hurt, he's had one good season crunched in between a lot of partial seasons.
no, 19. He put up 45 homers, 11 stolen bases, 291 average. But then, yeah, COVID, and then since COVID hit, it's just been injuries. He hit 500 plate appearances for the first time last year since COVID.
Right. You're coming up.
I know. And I find my man, my freaking queue got decimated. There were guys where I was like, oh, he'll still be there. He'll still be there. Oof. All right, we'll see how this goes.
I wanted to draft Uribe earlier, but between him and Miguel, I don't know who's really going to be closing there.
All right, I'm up. Let's take this time to sort out where we're at. I should start to really worry about middle infielders shouldn't die.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
You know what? Let's go this for now.
Nathan Eovaldi pitching at the second best pitching park in baseball.
Yeah, Texas was wild. Like it's just become this great pitchers park, which I love.
Globe Life is the real deal.
Which is also like then you start to think like, okay, like yeah, that's great for Rangers pitchers, but then all AL West pitchers are double dipping in pitchers parks. Like you have the two best pitchers parks are within the AL West. So like obviously Mariners and Rangers are going to get the benefits of that, but like, you know, Hunter Brown is going to be pitching his division games in, you know, in T-Mobile, in Texas, like that they're going to reap the benefits of that too. Like it's really interesting dynamic to just have it be so concentrated within one division.
So Spencer Strider just got taken at the end of the 10th round. Where are you at with Spencer Strider? Do you think he's going to be able to get that velocity back or pick some things up or
I will be happy if he gets it back. I'm not expecting him to get it back. Like even when he was healthy, he had a tendency to get hit around a little bit to get like when he struck the world out, but when people made contact, they actually made really good contact, hard contact. And so for him to like for the strikeout rate to falter, like well, that's what propped up like that you could get by, that you didn't have to deal with the hard contact issues, but like now that's like what you're giving up. And I don't see it, you know, the all of the pitch level models, which, you know, we have our PLV model at Pitcher List, but they're just like, it was almost like sad. Like this is the Mike Trout writ small for pitchers of like he came into the league just on fire with like just this elite like, oh, this is going to be the best pitcher for 5 years, and then like he got hurt and he came back and he just hasn't been that guy. Like below average pitch quality by pretty much any pitch model you look at for a guy that, you know, at one point was considered to be the easy ace of the league. Is it's just such a bummer. And I mean he lost a tick and a half even from 2024. And you know, in his heyday, you know, that big rookie year, he was hitting 98 and now he's 95. He'll be someone that I'm going to take a peek. Ooh, Sal Stewart. I just want to touch on Sal Stewart. I love Sal Stewart. That he's going to be such a good first base, probably corner infield option for a lot of teams. That power in Cincy is going to be sick. But back to Strider, it's just like I want him to do well, but like I'm not going to draft him like that. Like I'll root for him, but he won't be on my team.
right. And nobody is drafting Emmanuel Clase this year.
Crazy.
So shocked.
What a wild situation.
I get that shit happens, but you're literally considered one of 3 of the best closers in baseball, which is the most competitive baseball league on the planet. So you are in a handful of talent, and the amount of money that they said he was doing that shit for is just you're making
like pennies.
Millions of dollars on one side of that equation. Like I don't like the narrative where people talk about athletes like they're stupid, you know, like Ozzy Albies signed a deal and people are like, oh, the Braves took advantage of him because he's young and dumb. And it's like, you know, that guy got paid millions and millions of dollars. Like, I'm not going to fault any, like at that level, you know, your mental algorithms for physical excellence are far beyond anything that I have and are way stronger than mine. And all that being said, what a dumb fucking thing to do. Like, just so unbelievably like stupid.
Yeah. It does, yeah. It seems like such a waste. And like I am very aware that like these guys, like cash flow is a real consideration for a lot of these guys, especially like, in the US, baseball can be kind of an affluent sport. Like you need money to be doing travel ball, you need money to be getting like all that kind of stuff. But like the international players, you hear a lot of that, like, oh, they're coming from, harder times. And so like I hear that they're like may just be like needs the cash now. But it does feel like the amounts he was getting didn't justify like even risking the lesser salary he had right now. Like it didn't feel like it was removing the needle. It's wild.
Oh, it's my pick.
Oh, there goes
Well,
Snow. I was wondering when he'd go.
Here's this one. That's gonna be fun.
Oh,
That was
nice.
somebody that I wanted.
Talk to you into him with the AL West double dipping pitchers parks.
No. I wanted him anyway, but
Yeah.
it didn't hurt. You said that, and I was like, well, that makes me feel a little bit better about this one. I'm excited about him. I can't wait to see what Houston's able to do with him. Oh, Basayo at catcher. I like that. People are starting to get into how many double catchers do we have now? Just you?
Great.
Oh, no.
I think I set the trend.
Stephen Kwan. Stephen Kwan. I was thinking about him. I like that pick.
It's such a like draft Stephen Kwan, never worry about batting average ever again. But he's also like he's not an Arias where it's just that average category. Like Kwan steals a fair share of bases. He also takes enough walks. He's a big plus in runs because he's just there so often. So I like that pick.
I like that pick too.
Oh, Burleson?
Yeah.
He was up on my queue.
Where did you end up on my roster, Burleson?
He's dual eligible, right? He's first and outfield. That's super helpful.
He is, but I'm going to put him in my outfield. Yeah, it's so weird talking about a draft because there are players coming up that I want to talk about, and I feel compelled, whether or not it's, we talked a little bit about Trout. I think that's a different thing, but
yeah,
you never want to talk about players because somebody's going to be like, I was looking at him. Why did you say his name?
That is the nice thing of us being kind of on opposite ends of this is there's not a ton of like, I'm drafting guys, gonna be 30 picks, so I'm drafting again. I'm not super worried about getting sniped by you and same way coming back. So we're in a good spot for that. But yeah, I know that the whole league has this on the side. They're listening to us. They're getting all of our thoughts live. So we can't give away our secrets.
I mean, if they think that they're learning something by listening to talk, like they are welcome to it. You're coming up in 6 picks.
Yeah. That can't be right. So one of the things that one of the tools that I made that has been really helpful this draft season is I have an ADP tracker that uses BC, so you can kind of see like, oh, who's getting picked when, because like you see these ADP values and it's like, oh, he's going at 280, 300, but it's like, oh, well, that's over all drafts since October, but like right now, like in the last 2 weeks, he's going at 200. And so I think there's a lot of like good information to be gleaned by like knowing, well, what's his ADP right now, not just across draft season.
And where is this tool? Where do we find this tool? Is it on your computer?
It is not on my computer. It is one of our Pitcher List subscriber tools. We give access to it. It's like a little tweak we make for NFBC is great. They put their data out, and so we fold this together. So and we track it. I track it for all players. I give kind of an estimate to see what's the value of the positions they're moving. So like if a guy in the first round changes even 3 spots, that's worth like a 15th rounder moving up like 3 rounds. Like the differences in value kind of stretch out as the draft goes on. But yeah, one of our pro tools that I kind of think of if you want a little hack around subscribing to Pitcher List, like if you want kind of the teaser or the freemium version of Pitcher List, just follow me and at me questions. I'm always happy to like answer things, and like I'll throw in a chart for free. Like I'm always happy to just like I'm very happy to answer questions, and then afterwards think about like, wait, isn't that a product we're trying to sell? And I just kind of gave it away.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
yeah.
Well done monetizing the information. That's just we are proud of the work.
Thank you.
Now, Ezekiel Tovar, that would have been one of my targets. I didn't think I'd be taking bets in the 6th. I thought Tovar would have been one of my picks coming up. So
I think Tovar is just, I think it's a lot of empty calories.
I
think, Coors inflates him a good bit. But outside of that,
he's
not seeing it.
He plays half of his home games in Coors Field. Is that what you're telling me?
I guess
he's going to be playing all season at shortstop. He's going to get plate appearances.
I'm in.
Yeah, sounds terrible. You got 14 seconds.
I like this pick. Okamoto. I think Murakami's fun, but like, sure. Oh man, and it's right back to me. Let's do it. I didn't even think
do it
long enough. Man, we are hustling, aren't we? Dang.
Are we?
I feel like we're doing a pretty good job of getting through queues in a relatively quick amount of time.
Tanner Beebe. Talk to me about Tanner Beebe. I have him in a 30-team dynasty. And when I acquired him in a trade, I was like, oh man, this is terrible. But 30-team dynasties, you end up, Tanner Beebe is like my pitcher, my SP3. Talk to me make me feel better about Tanner Beebe.
I think his pitch modeling is really good. Well, it's not really good, but it's definitely it's better than what his results have been. I think Cleveland is also a smart org. And like he's going to get volume. Like I think he's going to be a pitcher that I can see the path for him to improve. And he's already has the like volume workload baseline. Like you don't need to worry about that. You're going to get your innings from him. But like he was a plus in xERA, which is kind of like strikeouts minus walks with expected quality of contact measure. So Baseball Savant does that one. And he was a good pitcher there. I think he was a little unlucky with his homer to fly ball rate, with his left on base rate. I think those kind of can trend back in a positive direction, and that'll tick down kind of his whip, his ERA. He's not going to strike the world out, but at the volume of innings you get, that's the same number of strikeouts as maybe kind of a guy with nastier stuff, but who's going to pitch for less amount of time.
So he's a volume play for you. Him, Eovaldi, Gausman, you're hoping that they're just volume.
Yeah, I mean, Eovaldi's not. Just like he's probably, if I get more than 140 innings from Eovaldi, that's going to be a win. But he's kind of like Chris Sale light in that he was so good. And like he's been really good the last, I think, both seasons, 2024 and 2025, that I'm happy to, like, if he's pitching Yeah, I mean, he had in 130 innings, he has a 1.73 ERA last year. Like I have a lot of room for that on my fantasy teams. But yeah, so kind of taking some of those riskier elite ratios bets and balancing them out with the Gaussman, the Bybee kind of stable floors is something that, and this is like my first real draft in the season. It's still pretty early, so I'm kind of figuring it out. I like this setup, even if it is a little bit min maxy for me at the pitcher standpoint.
Fair enough. I'm just watching all my players are just getting stolen left and right. I think that's the thing I like most about drafts is getting upset at being sniped.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about that feeling because it doesn't exist in other places like this. Like somebody could cut in front of you in line at like the bank or somewhere else, and like it's not as bad as like you're about to make your pick and your name comes off the board and you're just like, really?
I think there's something to be said for like it makes you feel smart when someone else takes your player. If you're like, oh, that's who I was gonna get, and so there's like some validation of, oh well, I wasn't on an island thinking like that. There are times where you're like, oh, I have an edge, like no one else sees this player coming. But sometimes it is nice to be like, oh, okay, like I wasn't crazy for thinking I should draft this player right now.
Right. Oh man. It's got to make it back 6, now 5. Ooh, Connor Griffin comes off the board. Round 13. Shane Boz in the 13th round just sounds like found money.
I mean, he'll be better. Well, actually, yeah, he'll be better just because he left the Trop. So he's not the Trop, but he left Steinbrenner Field and like the bandbox that was. But like, I'm curious. Like, I think his 4 ERA was pretty earned. Yeah, I'm curious to see kind of what he'll be like in a new place in Baltimore. Lord knows they need starters, so they'll probably give him a pretty long leash to get the innings that he can get.
Not how I thought my closers were going to end up. These weren't the first 2 closers I thought I was going to take. But for now, Garcia is the closer in Texas. We'll see how long that lasts.
Hey, great pitchers park.
I just took some ice water in. Don't make me spit my shit everywhere.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'll pay more attention.
No, you're good. Alan Life. I like that pick. I don't know if that's early or not, but
I think that's solid. I think he's kind of
Wild.
Quan light of batting average play. He'll steal some bases. I don't think he might have a little more pop than Quan does, mostly because Quan is basically a 0, but I don't think he has like the on base skills that Quan will. So they're probably even out a little bit. That Lyle might be a more like balanced player, but they're both very like contact heavy approaches. Oh,
Mike Trout. Jackson Holiday and Mike Trout. I couldn't handle seeing Jackson Holiday fall any further.
From one top prospect to another. Generational gap.
I am up. And it doesn't matter. I was going to look up Kyle Teal. That was going to be my pick.
Wow. You thought about it. That was your first mistake.
I did. You're starting to see how that works for me. That really, I don't know what I was thinking that I could do that.
That's so funny. I love it.
I don't.
Sorry.
I'm just, yeah, you all suck. All right. There we go.
There you go. If it's not a Mariner, it's going to be an ex-Mariner.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to be a lot better. I think that run of Mariners was 2 years ago, and
okay.
I really feel like I need to be better about drafting only Mariners
and doing it even harder this time. Better at drafting more of them.
Oh, you want to draft more? I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, it's crazy to me. I got into fantasy baseball pretty aggressively in like 2003. I was tired of rooting for a team that just couldn't seem to get over the top. And, the last couple of years, it's been harder to want to root for the team that I'm putting together to root for than the actual team that they put together on the field. Like the Mariners are just a fun team to watch.
Oh,
they're just,
yeah.
I'm
Mariners
sure.
Are such a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you coming out to the Northwest? Are we going to get to see some Aqua Sox games this year?
Yeah. We'll see. I'll have to check the schedule. We have a trip planned. We're going to see my family in Lake Stevens. We're probably even going to go up and head into BC a little bit. We have some friends that live out there. So we're going to do kind of a road trip out of it. At least getting out there will be a road trip once we're there. But yeah, I'll have to check and see if some Sox games are happening. Cause yeah, that's such a fun stadium, such a fun team. They should have at least a handful of, exciting prospects to watch too. So love that.
Yeah, it's always a good time. I don't know what it is about minor league baseball. I don't know if it's because it's a lot less expensive. I don't know if it's because you can get basically onto the field. I love going to minor league games. I could go every day to a minor league baseball game.
Yeah, I believe that. That's such a fun park too, because it is kind of Homer happy. So you get to see some guys, especially like with Lazaro Montes there, like he's going to deposit a bunch over the stands or over the fences. And it's such a good spot. Yeah. I'm very jealous that you get that in your back.
Yeah, I don't mind it one bit.
Carter Jensen.
We watched and Royce Lewis,
Mm-hmm.
who is not going to be injured this year. This is his year. Him and Byron Buxton are going to battle all odds. All right, where you at? Who you got?
Let's see. I think I'm good swinging this 2-tap. Now that I have that set up, I think I could wait on pitching a little bit longer. I like Colson Montgomery. I think there is a ton of homer power in that bat. I think it's so I think he gets lost because he's on the White Sox, and God help you, why would you watch a White Sox game? But the dude just hit 21 homers in less than 300 plate appearances. There is legit pop, and it's validated by kind of like our internal metrics. It's pretty validated by, Baseball Savant. The strikeouts are scary. He's going to be 30% strikeout rate guy, but I think that's not worth being scared off for.
I've heard a lot of fun things about Colson Montgomery, so I hope he plays well this year. Myrick's got 3 shortstops: Seager, Swanson, and Wilson. Holy cow! And Myers got none.
Jeez, that's
We still have 4 teams
so.
with 2 outfielders. We still have 2 teams with 4 pitchers.
I'm just like, how do I not fall into one of these categories? I feel like I'm like, oh, I went 2 catchers. Okay, I went 3 outfielders early. Okay, like somehow I'm like skirting all of these.
Dylan Dingler. He drafted a 3rd catcher.
My goodness.
3 catchers. Am I supposed to not say that because we've got people in the league that are only at 1 catcher, and there's a guy that's got 3 now?
Oh, draft is paused. Uh-oh. Oh, he's having technical difficulties.
What is going on?
Chaos. It's chaos in the WERF draft.
It is seriously. He's like, I didn't want a dinghy. I didn't want the Dingler.
He wanted a Dolly's. Dang.
Adolis.
Ooh, I like that. I wanted him. Dang. Swiped by a retroactive pick.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
what's that about? Were you going to pick Adelise?
I was thinking, I was like, oh, okay, we're running low on outfielders, or like we're running to the point where like people are going to start getting forced into outfielders, so I should probably jump. That's not the worst thing in the world. Let's see. Oh, I could always draft Chandler Simpson.
Who doesn't like a Chandler Simpson?
Let's do it. All right. There we go. Got our middle infielder filled out. I guess I technically have 3 shortstops, but at least Otto Lopez is second base eligible too.
Yeah, look at you. Hogging up the shortstops.
That's right.
That's right. However, there are still some fun names on the board, including Sebastian Walcott, Taylor Walls. Oh, wait, this isn't a dynasty draft.
I don't know. Connor Griffin went.
No.
Which I just traded the world for him in a dynasty league. I would be happy to see him succeed this year. I don't quite think this is the year for it, but I'm always happy to be proven wrong when I'm skeptical of players. Like if they just come out and shove and rock, like that's awesome. Like it's a win-win situation for me.
Matt McLean. Man, I remember when Christian Arnett, Encarnacion Strand, Matt McLean, and who's the other guy there?
They have Ellie.
Matt McLean. No, Matt McLean was just who was taken. Ellie
De La Cruz. He was around.
No. Ellie De La Cruz was good. They had 3 prospects that came up and
well, it was Noelvi. That was Marte.
No. I don't know why my brain is just not functioning right now. Spencer Steer, Matt McLean.
Oh, yeah.
Christian Encarnacion Strand. Sorry, pronunciation people. I totally blew that one up. My brain does not work, so you will have to forgive me. Flaherty. I don't know about Flaherty this year. He makes me nervous.
Detroit is another one of those pitchers good pitchers parks.
Yep. He just wasn't consistent last year.
Yeah, I don't think he's as bad as he was last year, But like, I think that's the thing is like you could probably get a decent discount on him. Like, I think he's going to be a high threes ERA guy, and he's really ticked up the strikeouts. He's 25%, 27% last year. So like, he'll get you your Ks, and like, I think it's just volatility, and I feel like you should be able to get him at more of a discount. But I don't know, people. I guess 215 is a pretty decent discount. But yeah, and the Tigers are going to be good. I keep like forgetting that the Tigers are going to be good this year, or that they've been good. Sorry, that's we talked about Scott Chu a lot. Sorry, Scott. Sorry, Sporer. Like I know we've got a lot of Tigers fans in
Michael
the
Govier.
fantasy space. Govier, yeah. So I'm sure I'll get a bunch of hate mail from all of them. Knowing them, big haters there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just keep forgetting, like, oh yeah, they'll get wins. Yeah, they'll get wins.
Yeah, Sir Anthony Dominguez really thought about taking him. Christian Walker, that guy is not excited about Walker, but I guess in the 15th round, I mean, we're past pick 200, so.
Well, this was something that came up in our pitcher list Discord, is just chatting about mostly that the Astros were going to play Correa at third over Isaac Paredes, and everyone's like, oh, why would you do that? Or vice versa, I can't remember. But basically, like, what I came around on was like, why don't they just play one of them at first? Like, Walker was not a good bat last year. Oh, Gleyber Torres is a great pick. I love Gleyber there.
That was literally my next pick.
Oh man, Gleyber is getting slept on so much.
Oh my God, I wasn't sleeping on him. I took my first second baseman and I was going to double dip right there. Like it was just.
If I didn't take Otto Lopez earlier, he would have been gone. Like
Let's America.
I love Otto Lopez is just like not Otto Lopez. Sorry, Gleyber Torres is just like the epitome of like not sexy fantasy value. Like he's gonna bat at the top of a pretty good lineup. He's going to get on base. He's going to get his runs. He's going to hit some home runs. He's going to steal a base every now and then. And like at the end of the season, you're like, oh, he was a top 5 second baseman. Like it just all kind of the little things that he does well really stack on top of each other to make a good fantasy player.
This is when I have a player queued up, ready to go. Kyle Manzardo and Jack Caglione. I like those picks.
Caglione is it blows my mind how bad of a season he had. Like I like him a lot. I would be targeting him absolutely in Dynasty if someone's selling, but even in redraft, I think he's a really solid pick. Like I think he's a great bounce back candidate because people see he had a 238 on base percentage last year.
Now I'm thinking about this. God damn it.
Oh no. Can't have the thinking.
Can't have the thinking, and I don't know who's a higher value because I don't have my sheet in front of me that I need. Oh.
Nice. I like that pick. I like Frelick.
Yeah, I like I feel like I need stolen bases still. I feel like I got a little bit from everybody, but I don't feel like I have that. I mean, Tatis will steal some bases. If Betts is feeling healthy, he'll steal bases. Josh Naylor shouldn't and will steal bases.
Josh Naylor, like Where the hell did 30 stolen bases come from?
Oh, and if you watch it, it's incredibly intentional. It's like he knows.
Well, that's the thing that I think people just assume, oh, fast guys get stolen bases, but it's very much an intention stat of like you need to want to steal bases, obviously, like you need to attempt them. But I think it's also like there's something to be said for like you need to also do your reads correctly. Like you need to, what is the pitcher doing? How is he tracking it? What is, how good is this catcher at throwing off base stealers? That like there are so many like ways for guys that aren't fast to like stack the odds in their favor while stealing bases. And I think between Soto and Naylor last year, I think they really like opened people's eyes to it. And like we should have known when Goldschmidt was doing his thing when he was like a perennial first round pick because he's this lumbering first baseman who's getting like 20, 25 bags every year, that like, oh, maybe it's not just a speed thing. But I love it. And it's, from my end, modeling it, it is like, yeah, one of the biggest predictors isn't the speed, it's do they do it when they get on base? Because that is a proxy for like, oh, he's reading the pitcher well, he's getting good jumps, like he's doing all that. And frankly, he just wants to. So like I think that's a little bit under. I think people are skeptical of the slow guys getting stolen bases,
They
but
should be. They should be.
I'd like it doesn't. It's not as intuitive. I absolutely get that, but I will say like I think that's a place that's like rife to like get value out of is like the slow fast guys.
The slow fast guys. Yeah. No, it was crazy too because he came with stolen bases, but I think he did 19 of his 30 when he got to Seattle in the last couple of months, and he just
Yeah.
there he goes. There he goes. So curious. I was debating Fralick and Barger there.
I like Barger. Barger's another bat speed guy. I think like I can tend to get lost in the sauce a little bit on some of like the analytics, all of the metrics, all the what do the underlying stuff say. But it's it's easy to hope on that power. And again, I know we've been talking about like, or I've been talking about like lineup construction. The Toronto's a really good lineup. They have a lot of guys who are good at just getting on base. Um, let's see, where's this draft lining up? Anyone I like?
Brandon Donovan. Holy shit.
Oh, okay, I gotta do this. This is where seeing what your league mates have done plays a big factor. That Odom has 0 third baseman, so that kind of forced my hand a little bit on. Oh, I like Bohm, but I was like, oh, maybe I could wait, but nah. Pull the trigger now, and I have a couple options on the way back to me that I like, so I don't think a snipe will really hurt me too much.
It's good to know that Bohm wasn't making it back to me because he was in my queue.
Yeah.
But I had a feeling that if I took Dingler there, that I needed to take that's where I would have needed to have either taken Barger or Bohm. I didn't think Bohm was going to make it. I was hopeful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those that like
Come on, Odom, don't time
30
out.
picks is a lot. Oh, he's there?
Odom, you got this. You
There he
got
is.
this.
Okay.
Carlos
All
Correa.
right. That's a solid pick. All right, and then he should be good for 2.
You should.
You think? Although I do kind of like okay, let me milk the clock a little bit on my first one, and then I can do the second one kind of distribute 2 picks across like a minute and a half instead of 1 and 1. But we'll see. All right, I think it's time to get back into the throwing the baseball pool. Okay, sweet.
Connolly early.
Yeah,
who was he recently compared to? I think it was Nick compared him to, oh shit. I want to say Wheeler, but that's probably not right. Talk to me about early. Ooh, and Ponce. I like Ponce.
No,
I'm curious about Ponce.
I like. So I think was it Real Muto said Andrew Painter looked like Wheeler. That was the one that came up recently. I know that was the Wheeler comp. I feel like it is guys with like deep pitch mixes, which Early's got 5 pitches he'll throw very well, but Early was so freaking good last year. Like, oh, it's 19 innings, blah blah blah. But like even the stuff that like the modeling, like the intrinsic stuff that stabilized a lot faster, it all graded out so well. And he was always a guy who was like a good prospect, kind of at the top of their pool on the back of having that depth of repertoire. And so for him to come up and prove it like immediately and like gives me a lot of hope. And I think one of the biggest tells for me was the Red Sox also had Peyton Tolley, who was like another top pitching prospect who's got, just rocket fuel coming out of his arm. But they chose to have Early be in the rotation and they let Tolley go out of the pen. And so like if the Red Sox internally value Early as a starter more, I can buy into that too.
I think that's fair. Musgrove, not as excited about Musgrove, but in the 17th round, I mean,
yeah,
it's hard to find.
That was a not sexy pick. That was I need some innings. Like, do I go upside or do I go, innings? And so that was my innings pick at this point. But yeah, we're coming in on 250. There's not a lot of, really sexy picks going on right now.
I don't know. I feel pretty sexy.
I mean, I can't draft you, Sam.
You could.
Yeah. I'll petition the NFC and see if I could get them on there. That did come up of someone was like, who's the stupidest player I could draft? Like at the end of like a draft, and it was like a throwaway pick because they were gonna have to move him for like whatever the settings were. And everyone was like, is Tim Tebow still available? Because that's always a good one. He was not. Fantrax very good about curating their player pool, so he's not available on Fantrax. So good on you, Fantrax, for getting rid of that low hanging fruit for terrible picks. Oh man, I like Luis Garcia. I think he's a great pick here.
Yes.
I had him much higher, but just because I already had a second base eligible player and I like kind of the shortstops that I had available, but like Luis Garcia is right there with Glaber of just like second baseman who I would be happy if they were my starter, much less like at this point, they're probably someone's middle infield option.
Yes. Jake Berger. But
man, if he can bounce back, he was so good in 2024. Like I thought he was so underrated in 2024, and then he just fell flat on his face last year.
I think I'm going to make a very unsexy pick. I think this is just about innings.
Oh, that's sexy to me. Like that's, that might be getting into more niche views of what is and isn't sexy, but I love me some Ryan Nelson. That gets a big seal of approval from me. I think that dude has a killer fastball and that everything else should fall into place after that. So I'm in. You drafted the sexy guy and you didn't even know it.
Well, I'm trying to hold my own, man. I feel like I'm in this space with all these big brains. And so Garrett Cole. He's not going to be pitching at the beginning of the year, and he's not who he was 4 years ago. But I'm so curious. I'm so curious to see what he's going to do when he gets back on the mound and he's throwing, because he is. Oh.
I've been burned by, like, okay, I can't say this with. I guess I don't have any currently injured. Oh, I have Hader. But, like, I really like Zach Wheeler this year. But, like, generally, my thought process is if a guy's starting the year on the IL, that's a huge red flag to me. That's like your baseline is they're missing time, and very rarely are they going to get healthier sooner. You know, like you're not going to be like, oh, actually, he's great. Oh, I like Lenine Sosa.
I like him too. I feel like I reached a little bit there, but we're at this point where people are just taking some of the weirdest fucking picks, and so like I feel like I have to jump in and do something, otherwise I'm gonna like. I didn't think
you gotta be weird to blend in.
yeah, dude. Like I didn't think I was gonna miss Gleyber Torres. I thought for sure like he was literally gonna be there, and
This has helped me realize that like maybe I can't wait on Gleyber Torres as long as I think I can. Maybe like other people are starting to get wise to Gleyber Torres, that he's not this, sleeper that no one else sees, that I'm not the only person that's like, damn, he's a really good second baseman.
Right. I don't think my players are going to come back to me, but I am so hopeful. I have got some just bangers ready to go.
Nothing like 30 picks to really put a dent in your queue.
Fuck your list. Fuck it. Just stomp on that shit. Yeah, it is just all over the place now. God, do I do it next time? No, I can't do it yet. But I think I'm gonna have to do it. I will say that it does seem to be moving pretty well.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Mason Wynn. That was somebody that I was debating back there.
Let's see. This is when I love Pitcher List. Like I said, I will always plug everything all the time for Pitcher List. But like, if I'm questionable about who's going to be doing what for a team, like whether it's lineup, whether it's rotation, whether it's closer hierarchy, that like we have so many good people who are doing like legit articles about it that I'm comfortable like very last minute. I'll just pull something up. Like let me go see during this round. I could do some research real fast and like, oh yeah, Nick wrote this article, or Rick or Scott or somebody like wrote this article that's got me covered immediately.
Yeah, you guys have a pretty well-oiled machine. And super friendly and helpful. I mean, you guys are really out there doing a lot of things in a lot of different spaces for the fantasy community. So
yeah, and I mean, credit to Nick, that's absolutely like a top-down thing. Like, Nick hires. Culture fit is very important, and also like in how we kind of curate and moderate our Discord, that we really promote just a culture of positivity, inclusion, happiness. Like we want, like, we want every pitcher to succeed. We want everyone to do well, basically. And sometimes it doesn't happen, but like, it's also true of like people and not like just pitchers or hitters or whomever. But like, we want you to win your draft, or like even if I lose, I want to be like, damn, that's a really good team that beat me, kind of thing. And like we're fully on board with that kind of stuff. And so, again, credit to Nick for just making that our like an ethos, both in terms of staff, writers, but also in terms of like how we look at social media, how we look at our Discord, that it is very much something that isn't easy or straightforward to do, but I think the work is absolutely paying off on the back end, and we get a lot of really positive feedback that people really do appreciate that they have a space like that for them, whoever they are, wherever they are.
I want to point out that Justin Crawford and JJ Weatherholt were the last two players picked, and I'm really curious about them this year. It looks like both of them. Justin Crawford is I think, more definitively going to play every day than JJ Weatherholt, but it looks like both of them are going to be making. Reed Detmers. I thought he was going to fall. I thought he wasn't going to be before pick 3.
I'm ready to be hurt again. I am all in. Like I know it was a reliever, and so everything kind of comes with a grain of salt as far as like how he did last year and how that'll play across a starter's innings. But like he was so stinking good last year, and he was always a guy who you like, even as a prospect, like he had that in the tank. But I think this year they stretch him out if he gets even like 140 innings, and the vast majority of them are starting innings. Like he's going to be found money. Like it's going to be so good.
Yeah, no, I was following somebody who had a 20-minute conversation about why Reed Detmers is the breakout player this year. Friedel, I was so hopeful Friedel was going to make it back to me. Terrible, terrible human being, whoever you are. Sniping me, Odom, at the very end of the draft. There's part of me that wants to cry just a little bit. Now I'm running over to roster resource to see if my next player is who I think he is.
Oh man. Here's the what do I do pick. All right. Let's see. Let's roll the dice here.
Taylor Rogers.
Yeah, he's weird. I love it. He's like weird in such the best way. And I think that Minnesota bullpen is fair game. I think it's anyone's ball game for who can get saves there. And I think he's just really good. I mean, they're not going to be good, but like I think this is something that I always have to like convince people of, is that bad teams get saves too, and they don't even get significantly fewer saves, because you just have to think about how games, like how the final score is distributed. That like the difference between a good team and a bad team is the good teams are going to win. Their wins are going to be by more, while bad teams, their losses are going to be by more. But like that middle chunk where they're like winning by 1 or 2 or 3 runs is going to actually have a lot of overlap between the good teams and the bad teams. And that's your save opportunities. That if you're winning by 5, that's not a save opportunity. If you're losing, that's not a save opportunity. So if you can get, a team that loses a lot of games, but their wins are all within 3 runs, that's just as helpful.
Well, I think a lot about like Edwin Diaz just went to the Dodgers and Mason Miller pitches for the Padres.
Mm-hmm.
And to that point, how often are the Padres going to be using their high leverage bullpen in save situations? I mean, the Dodgers are going to have to pitch their high leverage bullpen on days that they're ahead by 5.
Yeah.
They to your point, I don't know how much that truly affects it, but they are definitely going to. I would think that the Padres would have more save opportunities. And Mason Miller was a closer for the Athletics when the Athletics couldn't win a game. They picked for between 60 and 80 wins, and he was still an effective closer. So the closer on a bad team isn't necessarily a bad pick.
Right.
It's Shane Smith, good pitcher, bad organization. Although I am like with my Lennon Sosa pick, I'm super curious about the White Sox this year. They are my dark horse to just not know who they're supposed to be and be a lot better than we thought they were.
I also think like the White Sox are bad. I'm not going to try and convince you otherwise, but I think they do a lot of interesting things developmentally. Like I remember when everyone was laughing that Garrett Crochet is their opening day starter. What the heck? Like that guy's not even a starter. Why is he doing opening day? And then just bang, like hits the ground running, elite pitcher. That I think their pitching dev has a lot of good things going for it. And I think their hitters are also pretty good. Like Colson Montgomery being turned into like a plus piece is also something that maybe a lot of other teams can't do. So I think I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt of that they can make players better, but it is tough that like, especially for pitchers where wins is a stat, that game environment is going to be so hard for them to actually get wins out of.
Jung Ho Lee, I like that pick.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Mitch Keller, I am perfectly fine missing out.
Not a fan.
Yeah, I was in love with him a long time ago, and I just don't feel like he ever turned the corner. I'm gonna have to fucking reach. You are up. Yep, I am.
I know, so calm, but so much pressure immediately.
Yeah. God, oh, that guy has fallen a ton. I just need to take it. He's going to be eligible everywhere.
God damn. Yep. I like that.
He's going to play all year. And Brett Batty went right after that. I was thinking about him as well, but Clement has shortstop, and I'm more worried about Batty's.
Yeah, I like Clement, especially like at this juncture, like the ability to just shore up a lot of things. If somebody gets hurt, you could just plug him in and you don't have to worry about it. I like that.
Oh, fuck off. Sorry for cussing everybody. I'm thoroughly frustrated. Like, this is I really think that this is the pick, and I'm looking at it going, there's no way. You've got to. There's two other players right there that you could pick. You'd be happy with, but you really.
Why be happy though? You know.
Well, I play fantasy baseball. I want to be miserable. So, there we go.
I mean, I think the idea there is if Kenley just doesn't have it, and you think he's got to one of these years he's got to not have it, you know? And if that happens, that Will Vest is the guy, steps in and just shoves right away.
Yeah, now I got to start looking at that position and figuring out like what am I going to do, because I thought that would be all done by now. So how do you feel so far?
I'm feeling pretty good. I like my team. I think I got a little bit away from. I think I leaned too much into like, oh, I got sure things in the outfield. I don't need to get an outfield. Oh, damn, I liked Grayson Rodriguez. That
You like
I'm kind of
Grayson
like, oh, I
Rodriguez
still have.
still?
I think there's at this point in the draft, I see the upside of like, I think like maybe if it's even just like a prove it deal to like maybe he wants to show that Baltimore was wrong. Like he belongs in this. He's a really good starter. Like we always thought he was, like the top prospect that he was. That like I see the upside here for that pick, big time. And like we're coming up on pick 300. I think you could take some shots as Chris Bassett gets picked.
Yeah. Yeah, I am all over the board on who I'm going to be taking next. But I'm expecting a run to happen again where it comes back to me and I don't get to pick my players. So whatever. Whatever. It's like I got to stop breathing. I get all tense.
Don't screw it up. Don't screw it up.
Right? Oh. Oh. Hmm.
Oh, don't think too hard. He'll get picked.
No, that's exactly what I was like. Oh, maybe I should have taken him last. Oh, he'll be gone. He'll be gone. Actually, I feel like as long as there's not a run, I'll be good. We can't have another large catcher run.
I don't.
Said as a
At
joke.
this
Sorry,
point,
guys.
this is like there's like 3 catcher spots left, right?
Well, yeah, that's right. We almost had a triple dip on the catchers, but that one got found and held back. You're up in 3 picks.
Yeah, feeling pretty good. I like where we're shaping up to be.
All right.
Let's
You
see.
are up.
Why not? This is a weird pick, but I like it
More. Why do you think it's a weird pick?
because he's probably not the closer. It's because they have Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Will Vest isn't the closer. I thought long and hard about Grant Taylor too.
That's fair. But I think Grant Taylor is so good. And from what all of like the scuttlebutt, all the news is that they're basically using this year as a year to stretch him out to start next year. And so to me, what that says is he'll get multiple innings, which boosts his win chances. Or if they're using him as kind of like an 8th, 9th inning kind of long closer option, that he might sneak into some like multi-inning saves that way. And so I think there's a lot of kind of unexpected win and save opportunities for a guy who's going to have absolutely dynamite ratios.
Well, and I've seen the Sir Anthony Dominguez show. I've seen that play out on television before. You know,
I have eyes.
he's a good, like, he's way better than me. So, like, pardon me when I also say I don't have the confidence that he's going to hold that job for forever. You know, like,
Yeah.
I thought long and hard between Vest and Taylor, and I think that Vest is going to be guaranteed more innings pitched. I think that I just feel a little bit better about that situation in Detroit, but man, Grant Taylor, I don't think that's a bad pick. You're on the clock. Sorry for distracting you.
Oh no, you're fine.
Yes, to all the viewers, yes, I know that I'm fine. Thank you.
Let's go. Yeah, why not? Useda. We'll go kind of a similar option. He's a guy I know I've specified I don't like guys who are injured to start, but they raise around in that bullpen. Guys, you know, they'll have 5 guys with save chances every year, and he'll be a stud too. Like, we are very much in the closer dart throw territory for me.
We're in round 21 of a thing where I was tempted to take my first closer at pick 18. Like, this is, and going back to it, I feel like a little bitch. Like, I feel like I should have taken Mason Miller in the second round. Like, I really should have just gone for it.
I feel like that's how, like, if you don't go early, you end up pushing so late. Like, I feel like there's rarely like a middle ground of, it's like, if you didn't take Cal, you're probably like also not getting like William Contreras. Like, you're not getting that like second tier of the position that you're like, oh, okay, now I'm like internally, you're kind of already all just kind of punt, or I'll like take the later options. And I feel like that's true with relievers too.
If catcher wasn't as deep as it was, I think I would have drafted another catcher earlier, but with Cal Raleigh as your first catcher, I mean, there are some teams last year that were in leagues, 2 catcher leagues, that were going up against teams that rostered Cal Raleigh, where Cal Raleigh outperformed their entire catching department. That, you know,
yeah.
Cal Raleigh was the number 1 home run hitter with right-handed home runs and the number 3 home run hitter with right-handed or the other hand as a catcher. Like, it wasn't.
Cal Raleigh feels like in a 2 catcher league, you can just leave that second catcher slot empty and you'll still be one of the best catching teams in your league.
Yeah.
Like, that's what that feels like.
Zebby Matthews. I was also thinking about him. He's fun.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those, like, take a dart throw. Like, I think he's got a very, very good fastball. I'm curious, like, the rest of the repertoire falls off after that pretty drastically. He's not a 5 ERA guy like he was last year, though. He'll be better than that. I think the worry, though, is Minnesota looks atrocious now. Like, they are in full fire sale mode. And so I don't know, like, if he's going to be like the 5th starter on a really bad Twins team, that's going to be tough for your win stat. And if you're also counting on a bounce back in ERA, like, it's a tough needle to thread there.
Clay Holmes.
Oh, damn, Brandon Marsh went.
Oh, you're a Marsh fan, huh?
I think it's just he'll get playing time. Phillies is a good offense. He won't really hurt you. That's where we're at in the stage of the draft.
Kirby Yates.
Gee, I have to go be like, where even is he?
Kirby Yates is with the Angels.
Wow.
Camilo Duvall. All right. This is going to get ugly. I'm going to make this.
I was just sad that Brandon Marsh got picked. I think we're solidly in this is getting ugly part of the draft. Not that I think Marsh is ugly. I think long hair looks great on men, but fantasy-wise, it's choppy waters.
Matt Wallner in my draft queue, but I'm taking my boy, Superman.
Oh, yeah.
Man that saved the season at the end against Houston, coming out of nowhere on that screen to catch that ball and double up the runner at second base against the Astros. Victor motherfucking Robles, let's go. We are looking at a 1550 season incoming. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Nobody cares.
I think, like, it's so funny how collectively everyone forgot that he was, like, a consensus top prospect. Like, he was a top 5 prospect when he debuted, and it's so wild, but then
he was considered a better prospect than Juan Soto by the Nationals at one point. He wasn't. We've learned that.
Spoiler, they were wrong. But, like, I think the thing with Robles is, like, he was hurt a lot last year. Absolutely, I get that. But his 2024, where he had 34 stolen bases in under 300 plate appearances, like, that's wild. With a 300 average, like, okay, I don't think he's going to hit 300. I'm not saying that, but, like, he's not a minus in hit tool. And I know, like, we were talking about guys like Chandler Simpson, and that you like them to do something. And Robles is a guy who
Are you ready for
throughout
this?
his career. Oh, let's see it.
Are you ready for this? If you're going to take one, you need to take the other, because you don't know. They're both considered. One of them is the starter, and one of them is everybody's breakout. I've heard the name Dominic Canzone a million times here. I'll give you the little emoji, the little, Dominic Canzone. Like, oh, just delicious. One of those two players, they're doing it.
I love Canzone. I'm, like, fully on board. I think I want to see more. Like, I want him to be the one that picks and, like, that hits, and nothing against Robles, but, like, I think Canzone is such a fun profile, and I think he just gets. I don't know why he doesn't get more love. That he does everything so good at the plate, and, like, he underperformed with 11 homers in less than half a season of work. Like, he hits the ball really well. He doesn't strike out. I feel like he can steal bases. He doesn't do it, but, like, I think he has that in his bag. Like, I'm here for the Canzone breakout here.
So am I. I'm ready for one of those two players. What I want to see is one of those two players take the job and not look back. Canzone can hit left-handed pitching. Victor Robles doesn't have to be a platoon player. If one of those two players just takes the job in spring training and has a phenomenal April and doesn't look back, I will be so happy. Because either one of them being a good, if almost great outfielder, not elite, just a good to great outfielder. That outfield that Seattle's going to be throwing out every day with Julio and Randy, and then either Victor or Dominic, it'll be a top 5 outfield in baseball.
Yeah, that's going to be. I mean, Julio and Randy is such a high floor. Like, you can throw so many other players in that third outfielder slot, but for them to, like, also be positive contributors like Robles and Canzone are, like, Seattle's got such a good thing going out there.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
I'm sure this is news to you, Sam.
Say more. I've never. Who was this team you're talking about? And then, man, look at that round that we just had. Dylan Beavers, Harry Ford, Josh Bell, Mark Vientos, Matt Shaw. Matt Shaw finally coming off the board. Matt Shaw had been on the board for a while.
Matt, there's just so much concern about where he's going to play. And, like, the Cubs just don't seem interested in playing him anywhere. So like, why should I think that they're gonna find places for him? And you hear like, oh, maybe he'll play right field and this and that and the other thing. But it's like, I don't
You mean
like
the
the
Mets?
Cubs don't even seem to be
Oh, Matt
invested
Shaw.
in
I was
him.
thinking of
Matt Shaw,
Vientos.
sorry.
Matt Shaw.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
No,
sorry.
I was thinking about Matt Shaw, but looking at Vientos.
Mhm.
Jordan Lawler, there's another player on a team that, like, does the team really think? Is the team really behind him? Oh, yeah. I think it's time to break that one out. Yeah. There we go. This is going to be fun. If he makes it back to me. If he doesn't, that's fine.
Yeah. Always.
But you're on deck. You know who you got? You got 2 players in your queue? Oh, you're up.
Yeah. I got some players
Jason Dominguez. He was
lined up.
also on the board a long time. Jesus Sanchez. I like that pick.
Yeah.
Pick. He has never been in a place where he just is allowed to play and settles in. And I really hope that they play him. He hits the ball
Yeah.
hard.
Yes, he's another of those kind of like bat speed darlings that he's got just such an ability to impact the ball. And I think even like teams will get him 400 plus in plate appearances. And like I think he can get you homers. I don't think he's going to be a minus on average. Again, Toronto's a good lineup for him to be hitting him with a lot of guys in front of him. Like I like where that's shaping up.
Yeah. Castellanos off the board. Can't wait to have a beer with that guy.
San Diego, great place for it.
San Diego is a great place to have a beer. Holy fuck.
Absolutely.
That city is beautiful.
Let's see. Let's do. Yeah, I'll roll the dice here a little bit. I like
Cam Smith.
Yeah, I think he showed up pretty well. He's been like one of those like he's a Astros top prospect, but like that prospect pool, that farm system isn't exactly like riddled with high end talent or like elite talent, and so it may be a little flattering to be like, oh, he's their number one, but even from what we saw last year, and it wasn't a great showing, but I think he just does a lot of things really well across the board. And like I believe that there's power potential left in that bat in addition to being able to get on base, and he's shown he can be he's happy to kind of steal some bags too.
Andrew Painter off the board. Coming down the stretch. I've always wanted to be in a draft where like the first couple rounds were longer, but like we get back to this last one and they all just become lightning rounds, which is a little chaotic, but
yeah, pinging around a little bit.
Let's make that shit happen. Hmm. I'm ready to make some sexy picks. I'm ready for round 20, for round 23. I mean,
love to hear it.
Oh, Josh Smith was one of my players.
There goes some sexy.
You are killing me, JT. You are killing me. Come on. Just whatever. That's a good pick. I like that pick of Josh Smith. He plays everywhere. I think he's first shortstop and third. Parker Messick. I like that one. He was in my queue.
Yeah, I mean, Cleveland does good things with pitchers.
Nice pick. Nice pick with that Acuna one. I like that.
And now we're starting to move.
Yeah, and I'm on deck. Looks like I'm going to have to pick my sexy pick. Okay, well, you know, the team sucks, but the opportunity is there.
There you go.
What do you think of Cade Cavalli this year?
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Cade Cavalli. Not gonna lie to you. It's the fastball is fast, but I don't think it's particularly good, which is a problem. And like, I don't think he has the strikeout rate I'm looking for. And if he's also not managing contact well, and he's not great at limiting walks, then it is just kind of like, well, what are you wishing on there? And I think he always rated well as a prospect, and so you hope it's just kind of like that some of that comes back. But what I've seen in the majors doesn't really portend to him hitting that level. And so like he's a player I'm happy to watch succeed, but it won't be on my team.
Got it.
He rates very well by our CSW metric, so it's just called strikes and whiffs as a function of every pitch thrown. And so he was like top 30 in baseball as a starting pitcher for that. So he's getting strikes. And so it's just, okay, now you need to convert those into strikeouts. And then, hopefully that drops your whip, drops your ERA, like all of the good things that come after that.
So I've tried to draft a pretty old team. I'm looking through. Amai is younger. But don't see the youth. So we are going to bring some youth to this squad. That's for you, Uncle Ted. That is for you. I've been looking at Carson for the last few rounds and like, man, nobody's taking him. And now I've got all the outfielders I'd ever want. I'm just great. So thank you. Bayo, Leisure. What do you think of those pitchers?
I think, Leisure's kind of one of those pitchers. He's on the White Sox system. I can kind of hope that they find something that they like really can make it pop. I didn't really see a ton last year. He had a great swinging strike rate, but other than that, he didn't really locate well. He had a 11% walk rate, so the control was not really good whatsoever. And so, hopefully that levels out, but I'm not a huge fan of that. Bayo is somebody that like he always seemed like he kind of had that pitchability. He had a deep mix. He knew how to balance multiple fastballs along with a changeup to always keep hitters guessing. And it didn't really. I mean, I did not realize he had such a good ERA last year because he had a bad WHIP. He had a 3.35 ERA, but a 1.24 WHIP, which doesn't line up, and he had like horrific underlying metrics. And so I'm just like I'm skeptical that will play again. But I mean, it did once already.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good reason to be skeptical. So you're coming up, man. You're up in 3. Do you have your cue set? Are you ready?
Yeah, I've got some guys that I'd be happy on my team. Nothing super exciting, but they're all good players that at this point in the draft I think are definitely plus ads. All right, let's do this one. Another reliever dart throw. Figured we could churn them. There are enough fun other pitchers available that I can.
Joe Romero. I was just looking at him.
Yep. I think that that Cardinals bullpen is loose enough. Like
terrible human.
Could be anyone's. Let's see. Okay, 2 picks until I'm up again.
I mean, that was said with love, but
oh yeah, of course.
I mean, not really. Waka waka waka. Come on, buddy. Make your pick.
We can do it.
You can. Jake Cronenworth.
All right, let's see. He's a ways away. All right, let's do it. Kind of like you did with Robles and Kenzone, the Cam Smith, Zach Cole. One of them is going to get that job in right field for Houston, and or left field. Sorry, and I think they're going to be. Zach Cole is like our metrics darling, that he just hits the hell out of that baseball. He hit it so hard and at such good launch angles that pretend to like very good like home run power, not just like extra bases, but like he's putting balls over fences consistently. And so I'm very happy to kind of take a dart throw on that. He's another guy who's like got crazy bat speed. It's a horrific strikeout rate. It was almost 40%. And so there's a little bit of managing that, but I don't think he deserves a 40% strikeout.
You don't manage a 40% strikeout rate. Come on, man.
Joey Gallo did. My heart goes out to Joey Gallo. I love it, but I don't think he deserved a 40% strikeout rate. I think it's still high. I think it'll be mid 30s, but that's a much more tenable position. And I think he just hits the ball so damn hard that it's worth it.
Clayton Beater. Oh, he is going to be the closer, I believe, for the Nationals.
Somebody has to, right?
Right? Right? Somebody.
I mean, what are the qualifications for that? Like, can get it over the plate?
Yep.
That's pretty
So
much it.
let's look at your team so far. You've got Salvador Perez and Yainer Diaz. Good catching combo. You got Matt Olson at first base. There goes Kobe Mayo. Otto Lopez is your second baseman. You've got a high floor with Xander Bogaerts, but not a high ceiling, but that's where Colson Montgomery comes into play. I think it's the same with Bohm and Okamoto. Bohm is just a really solid third baseman. Okamoto, we don't know what he's going to be. Your outfield, your first four are pretty filthy. Your first three are amazing.
Yeah.
Man, I am really interested to see how your pitching falls out. Like, you're the pitching guy. Like, I am not here to say fucking boo to you about it. Oh, look at Freddie for me. Oh, Kevin Ginkle. Kevin Ginkle, you son of a gun.
The Gink, man.
That's just, you ready for this one? You ready for this one? I'm so excited. Please don't take him. Please don't take him. Victor Vodnik, get out of here. We got Michael Soroka coming on down, man. Give me some innings.
In relief? Yeah. Wow.
Wait. Might open the season in the bullpen. What? You're supposed to be starting? Jesus.
Undo technical difficulties.
Go back in the draft. How dare you? Oh, man. This is going to be his first year. This is going to be J.P. Crawford's swan song with the Mariners. He's going to bat 275. He's going to hit 12 home runs again. He's going to steal 10 bases. He's going to have 130 counting stats. He is going to do some real damage in the 9 hole for the Mariners this year.
He's always one of those like really high floor guys that I like. Like, he makes very good decisions at the plate that obviously that leads to walks a lot of the time, but it leads to good pitches to hit. So I think he generally has a good batting average floor, and that'll be true all year. And yeah, he's going to get his reps in for the Mariners. You know, they're happy with him at short. I don't think they're looking to really push him out yet with the young prospects to get, dang, Kikuchi, I liked a lot there. But yeah, I think that's a great pick as far as like, he's not bad and he's going to have a full season's worth of playing time for you.
Yeah, it's plate appearances.
Yeah.
Dave McDonald just texted me. He's like, "You trying to draft the entire Mariners lineup?" I just texted him back, "I hate you," smiley face. Like, I'm not trying to, but I'm going to. Pacoda has picked the Mariners to have more wins than any other team in the American League. Like, I'm not that asshole. Their offense is actually good, Dave. I don't know what to tell you. Here I am living my best life. Just, I didn't draft them all.
Players on good teams.
Yeah, I don't have Julio. I don't have, I may have another Mariner in my queue. So, like, I mean, I love you. Sorry. Love you. Peace out. Oh, shit. Oh, man. This will be a good season. I think that this is going to be a fun league.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this will be really fun. Always. Good crew.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Dave. Stop texting me. Put that shit in the comments so everybody can make fun.
Put it on paper.
Yeah, he's like, God help you when they have a bad hitting schedule coming up. I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah.
You mean when they're at home for a stretch?
Yeah. For those that don't know, I love Dave McDonald. We have been together the last 4 years at First Pitch, and everybody on Twitter gives him a bad time for being Dr. Dave. Literally one of the nicest human beings in person I've ever met. Like, I love hanging out with Dave. So, Dave, thank you for giving me grief. I need this. I need to be better in my drafting for sure. And I did pick a few of them. There are a couple Mariners on my roster. So now I'm paranoid. Now I want to know how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. I only got 6.
That's not too bad. Feasible amount.
Yeah, 6 is fine. I take that back. I mean, you can come into the comments and fucking roast me all you want, Dave, but like I feel good. I feel good. So
Look good, feel good. That's what it's all about.
Right. That's right. That's right. That's why they got us on screen, man. It is literally when you are in the middle.
Damn right.
This is I learned this thing years ago, and not that I live my life for a revenge standpoint, but somebody told me that the best revenge in life is living your best life. And for me, that is all. Taj Bradley, let's go. I think that that's really important. Like you go out and live your best life every day. And that way, if you have haters, if somebody is like, fuck that guy, like you don't care because literally you're out there living your best life. And what you viewers have tonight are two gentlemen that are literally in the middle of living our best lives. Do we have perfect lives? Not even close. Do we have perfect rosters? Fuck no. Are we living our best lives? Luis Morales. Tell the people about Luis Morales. That's a fun one.
Yeah, I think he's top prospect for them. I think he had a pretty good season to kind of wrap it up. The ballpark is tough for sure. But I like the prospect reports are really good. Top 100 guy, good fastball, like great fastball, good curveball, has a change. It's just the walk rates are tough. But even then, like he still was under 10%, which is kind of my threshold for is this going to be a problem or not. And I think there's another gear to his ability to perform well, and I don't know if there's a ton of floor that he has left to give. Like I think he's got a pretty solid floor outside of the park, and then I think there's some things he can do to really succeed.
I like those two picks that just happened, Yoan Moncada and Lucas Giolito. Lucas said that he feels good this offseason. I think he had an elbow procedure, cleaned up his elbow. He's going to be pitching in Boston, so they tend to have a pretty good organization on the back end. Like I'm excited for him. And Yoan Moncada, everybody makes fun of Yoan Moncada. That dude has a job. He's the starting third baseman and the cleanup hitters for your dysfunctional Anaheim Angels. I mean, the Los Angeles Angels, the Angels. I every time, man, I want to make fun of them so badly, just so badly. All right. I got to have my little shout out to Nick Pollock. I sat the other night and watched his top 100 that he did at PitchCon, and I took notes the entire time.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm smarter because of it, but
guy knows a thing or two about pitching. I gotta say, gotta give him that one.
I mean, he does. And that I think is why we are, if he falls to me, I think we are taking him. I think we are going to take him. Maybe you'll think that this is sexier than my last pick. Who I don't know why you wouldn't find somebody as sexy as man, that was a few rounds ago. That was Cavalli back in 25 or 23. Yeah, he wasn't as sexy. Sorry. I thought he was sexy. He wasn't. He wasn't. Owen Cassidy.
Yeah, I've always been I'm starting to come around on like top prospects that get traded. Like there's a reason their team traded them away usually.
Molly was the one that I was sitting on.
Oh, that's a good one. Robert Stevenson, another just Angels dart throw for the bullpen. Someone's got to close.
You know, as bad of a time as Dave was giving me about having all those Mariners on my team, you'll notice that I have no Angels. I don't think that there is a team that and apologies to Angels fans, like you're welcome to come after me on socials, but I just, no, thank you.
It's so funny. I added Jared Triolo 4 seconds before he got picked. It's like, oh yeah, okay, I could throw him on it. Bang, gone. Just didn't even. I don't even know if his name hit my queue between when I clicked that star button and when he got picked.
Well, Molly is more sexy than the three guys that I'm looking at right here. Do I take high floor? Or do I take the shot? Do I take the floor? Or do I take the shot? I think I take the old guy. See? Yeah. Well, we like innings.
Eflin's a good run. Yeah, I like that. Eflin around and find out.
That's what I'm hoping for, man. Brandon Fat, man. It was so tempting, but God. Talk to me about Brandon Fat.
He's a one pitch pitcher, and that pitch is his sweeper. Or wait, am I thinking of the right guy? It was. What happened last year? Holy cow. Huh. Well, he used to be a one pitch pitcher, and that was his sweeper, but it was not great last year. And sure enough, he wasn't great last year. So I think there might be something to that. But if that sweeper can come back, I think he's got his sinker is solid. I think he should probably throw his four seamer less. He's got a good changeup. He's got a solid curve. Like I think he has enough functional pitches that if he like balances his repertoire out better, I think he can be a good pitcher. I think he needs to stop leaning on that four seamer as his primary. It's not that good. I think he needs to figure out I need to look into like what the heck happened to his sweeper and why he went from so good to so not so good. Huh. Fascinating. But like I think the tools are there. Whether they shake out remains to be seen. And like you were saying with your Eflin pick, like innings are innings, and this guy just threw 176 of them after throwing 181 of them the year before. Like he's going to give you volume, and if there's upside for him to perform better, that's a win.
Yes. Well, I took another Mariner. Dave.
Shocked.
Anthony Santander finally comes off the board. Doesn't he have shoulder issues?
Yeah. They said that he'll be out 5 to 6 months. So that one might not. Oh, it was an auto pick. That's why. Okay. I was like, that is not going to stay on the roster long.
No. No, it's not. Oh.
I like Clevenger as a saves spec. Tampa Bay. I thought about it, but I was like, I can't have 2 non-Griffin Jacks relievers from Tampa Bay on the same roster. Like, I just can't do that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. Man, am I really? I guess we're in the 28th round. Like, I don't know why I'm giving myself such a bad time for the players that are in my queue. I'm just like, oh, gross. Oh, yeah, it's that time, folks.
The least gross.
I mean, I don't know if that's a thing, but sure. Hurston Waldrop. When is he coming back? When is he pitching?
I don't know.
He just had surgery to remove loose bodies from his right elbow. So a couple months.
Yeah. Oh, man. Wonder how many of those are auto picks, but like Meyer, just his last 3 picks were Waldrop, who's having surgery, Molly, who's doubtful. He should be fine though. He's not like hurt. And then Westberg, who's also out for at least 2 months. It's out through April. So that's going to be a lot of players who are guaranteed to be on the bench for a while.
Yep.
That was the thing I learned last year, because last year was really my first year playing like NFC, like TGFBI, this draft, that like not having an IL means injury risks are so much harder to weather.
Oh my God, absolutely. Like you were talking about it earlier. If you are in a league that has an IL spot, go ahead and draft an elite injured player. Like, take them a little after their ADP, like get some of the discount, but like, don't you have that one shot in the first 10 rounds where you're like, no, I'm taking that injured player. I'm not going to let him fall. Right. Like, I get to sit on him. And with this, it's like, oh shit. Did I go into a week with 7 players on the IL? But I don't have an IL. I just have 7 bench players that are not usable. Like, injuries are a thing in these leagues.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, you're up in 2.
Sheesh. So I am.
We meet again for the last time.
There it is. All right. Well, speaking of drafting players who are injured, Lourdes Gurriel, he's dropped a bit. He had surgery, but they're hopeful that he can make it for opening day. He might be out a little bit into the season, but he's a guy that
at the end of the 28th, basically in the 29th round, you're fine.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, of like, I'm already kind of have enough going on that I can take a L or a filled bench spot, like someone who won't be competing for my starting roster for like a week, maybe 2. But like, once you get into guys who are like starting the season on the IL, that's tough.
Ooh.
Let's see.
God, every time I look at a player, I'm like, oh God.
Yuck. But
yeah.
But
yes.
It's finding the little things. Like, this is where you have to be like the toxic positivity of like, okay, let me find the good thing about this player. Oh my goodness. All right. We'll see. Eldridge is the kind of guy.
Bryce Eldridge.
Yeah.
Let's go.
He's on the team. So like, that's the thing. Like, that's thing 1 is he's going to be on the team. It's not like, oh, maybe he gets called up. Like, I don't even have to wait and see. I don't have to spend time waiting to see if he's up. He'll be there. He's got light tower power, just mashes. And I can see early on in the season if it's going to work. Like, I can take a look and see, like, is his approach functional? Is he hitting for power? Has he like kind of been solved? Are like pitchers really just picking on him and he just can't succeed now? So I kind of give myself an opportunity. And this is like the ultimate like lottery ticket of like he could strike out too much and be done, but he could also like just mash. Like, he's one of the few like not major league regulars who could threaten 40 homers in a season. And I'm willing to take like an outside shot at, even 30 homers from him this year. And it's the reports are that he'll be playing in the field, that he'll be taking fly balls in left field. He'll also be swapping with Devers at first base. So he should get some sort of position eligibility. He won't be utility only for a while. So there's avenues for him to be a good to very good pick, especially this late in the draft. Like, if I drop him at the end of the first fab session, I'm not costing myself much.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm over here trying to figure out, how to round off infinity, and I'm just not getting there. Oh, that's not the team I wanted. Show me that team. Now to do the real research. This is where it all comes down.
That's where you win your league, right here.
Yeah, because you know what I'm doing? I'm looking up a player on Twitter. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, getting weird now. Oh, I like Gavin Sheets.
Oh, shit. I'm out of outfielders, but that's a good one.
Yeah.
He's going to play. You just got playing time in the 29th round. Congratulations, Chesser.
And I know it's it was kind of the meme of like he performed so unexpectedly well last year. They did the whole I think RotoWare did a Holy Sheets shirt. And it is just like, yeah, but like I don't think it was just a flash in the pan. Like, I think there was some real signal to what he did last year. Yeah, I like that pick.
Oh, man. Who took Ryan Mountcastle? Oh, okay.
It's tough.
We're in the 29th.
It's like a mantra.
I want upside. He's not in the rotation, but something could happen.
Yeah.
Something
he showed out.
could happen. I am on deck. Well, shit.
You're back. You're there.
Guess who's back, motherfuckers?
This is it. This is the pick that wins it.
This is the pick that wins it?
Your 30th. That's it.
Well, this is the pick I'm going to be able to drop right away.
Oh, I like that. I like that dart throw a lot.
That's not who I picked.
There you go.
He was at the top of my queue.
Oh, that's funny.
We'll see
like
if my player gets picked. Well, while we are now they're all just Swellenbach. Yeah. Yep, that is an auto pick for sure. I just wanted to say, everybody who's been here, thank you for watching. This has been the Pallazzo podcast, 2 L's, 2 Z's. It's Mike Govier and a bunch of dudes that like to just talk about baseball and have a good time. We've got Gentle Ben, and we have Robbie Baseball for the prospects. We've got Mike and Michael Virginia and Britton Allen bringing you knowledge and fab reports and all sorts of things. I'm here to just keep it real, have a good time, and have fun. So you can find me on Blue Sky at SamFBB1. You can find me on Twitter at Fave Game Show Host. Kyle, you want to tell the people? Thank you. You want to tell the people where they can find you?
Yeah, like we were talking about before, Pitcher List is my day job. That's where you can find a lot of my data, analysis, reports. I do some articles. I write some articles for them every once in a while, but I, help give our staff of much, much, much better writers great statistical and data backed insights so that they can say really cool things about really cool players. You can find me. I'm at Blandalytics, and that's both at Twitter and on Blue Sky. It's blandalytics.pitcherlist. So find me at both. And yeah, like I said, I'm always happy if anyone has a questions, just fire off that DM, or no, just tag me. I'm happy to answer things and be like, hey, is this good? Is this bad? I like this player, but what should I think? I'm always happy to kind of give an opinion where I can. And I'm always trying to help educate people about baseball, and whether that's at a high level, whether that's at a technical level, like it's all good. I learn along the way. Like I don't have all the answers, and so I'm happy to learn kind of right alongside everybody else.
And I got to be one of those people to tell you that it can be intimidating to talk to people that jump off into the deep end of statistical analysis. If you ever get the opportunity to meet Kyle Bland in person, obviously be a human being, be a nice person, but Kyle will talk to you about almost anything because Kyle's just a fun dude. Like Kyle's a good people. So I can't thank you enough for being here with me this whole time. Here's your last pick, Sprout. Give me some love about Sprout. Talk about Sprout before we let you go.
Top prospect. I mean, he's got a really good mix. I think there's a lot of upside. Traded to Milwaukee, which, like, I know I've also mentioned that I'm starting to not trust traded prospects as much, but Milwaukee's another smart org. They're really good, really good at pitcher dev. So
they had
like
than anybody last year in the National League. They don't sleep on the Milwaukee Brewers.
I know it's a great team, and so it is just like he's fighting for a rotation spot. If he hits, great. I'll keep him around. I think they're going to get wins, and maybe he can get some of them. And then if he loses out on the spot, it's my 30th round pick. It's literally like the second to last pick in the draft. I can cut him.
No, I like your last 3 dart throws. And if Lourdes Gurriel comes back earlier than later, because he's ahead of projections. Tony Centillan, he is the last player in the draft. So, Kyle, that has been 3 hours. We got this done in 3 hours.
Bang. Tidy business.
Yeah, that may not seem impressive to some people, but I will tell you 3 hours for a 30-round draft, like that was great.
Teams.
Yeah,
that's a lot. That's a lot of players, man.
That's right. I'd like to give my thanks again to Dave McDonald for putting together the Earth Leagues for all of us to compete in. I'd like to thank JT Meineke, who's the commissioner of our league and deals with our bullshit all the time. I'd like to call out everybody in the league. I still want to do an in-person draft with all you fools. So please, this is who you get to see. If you come out to Seattle, this is who you get to see. I will come to your house. I don't know if that's going to make anybody want to get together, but this is the next best way to do it. Sharing it online with all of our friends. So we're beginning draft season. I hope that you are getting into a draft. I hope that you are getting to talk to people about valuations and strategies. I hope you're getting to touch grass. I hope you're getting to breathe the air. I hope there's some sun coming your way. So with Kyle over here on this side, my name is Sam. Peace and love.
Bye, y'all.